the fuck is this shit live? Okay. Hey, this is another episode of Candace Michelle Views, where I give my opinion on what I'm viewing on any mainstream medium platform that you could think of. Okay, it went live. It went live, and I did not mean to press live yet, so whatever. Just a moment. Okay, I think that's good enough. I kind of wanted it closer today since I kind of have a dress on. Yeah, let me bring it closer. It went live. I clicked live by accident. I didn't really want it to go live just yet, but it's okay. All right, I think that's good. All right, good. So as I stated, my disclaimer. This is another episode of Candace Michelle Views, where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on any mainstream medium platform that you could think of. So this is like an emergency live because I feel like I have, every time I come out and do a live, everything that I say comes out in the mainstream media platforms like Shade Room or on YouTube and things like that, proving all the things that I rant about. And I say opinion, I shouldn't have to say opinion, because now, as you can see this week, a lot of things are showing that I could say fact or is accurate prophecies, which is a prediction because of the patterns and the same kind of behaviors these people always use, where it's easy to kind of just predict what they are or what moves they're gonna make, just like a chess game. Like, that's the whole point of playing chess. So, okay, I just want to make sure I've not got anything going on crazy. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna jump into a couple of things that I went over last time I was on live. Hi to all 3 people that's here. What's up? Whoever just I swear I'm going to figure out this. Every time I try to take time to figure out how to get the comments and things up, I just never really get a chance to figure it out. But I do see the comments at the end. I take a screenshot, but it pops up and it goes, so I didn't really see that one. But thank you for being here right now in my emergency live report due to the circumstances. We're gonna start off with the male. When I said the transgender is a transgender, a gender. With in it being in Cain's world, sugar cane or whatever you want to call it, it could be a lot of meanings to it, but that's one of them. The sugar cane agenda of just men doing what they do, and usually it's like up north men or whatever you want to call it, Muslim or whatever religion you really could think of, because they all kind of are the same if you really think about it. With Jews and Chinese and all that stuff, they all do all these veils and all this covering up and things like that. They all do the same stuff. So it's kind of the same agenda of the people that lives in Asia, the other side, the other world. All this agendas are coming basically from that, because they do the total opposite of what we do in this part of the world, which is the fatherland. This is the fatherland. They live in the motherland. This is the father's land. And we do obviously polar opposite things, because if we're in the motherland and we're in the fatherland, we're not going to have the same kind of behaviors and outlets, because men and women are 2 completely different things. Okay, so 2 completely different human beings. I'm just going to start off with one of the prophecy accuracies that I had. I'm going to turn this down so maybe you can see a little bit, which was men being able to get pregnant. I was going on about them worshiping the sea horses. If you look up Atlantis and stuff and you go through like a lot of documentaries, you'll see that they always have like some type of like crescent, like a crescent, a symbolism, and they do have the seahorse. I saw the seahorse being shown on a lot of crescents in looking up information about Atlantis. And I'm going to get into that because I believe Atlantis is Alaska. It's something about Alaska where they are connected in the Bering Straits. But I'll get into that in a history rant. Today, I just want to do an emergency backup of all the things that I was going over in my last life. I did not know my last life took 3 hours and 45 minutes. I swear I'm not going to be here this long. I don't know if that scares some people off, so I try not to make it that long. I do like to make my videos about an hour to 2 hours long. I like hour to 2 hour long videos. I don't like 5-10 minute videos. Sometimes I skip over that, and I feel like vice versa. People probably will skip over videos that go too long, but with my videos, they're definitely going to be about an hour if I'm live. I don't come live often, so I do stay here for a while. Yes, hit the like button, and thank you so much, SD Luciano. Thanks for being here. On the Sunday, I know it's getting late too, so I want to hurry up because I know Sundays everybody's getting ready for their week, so yeah, and I want to just scoot in here because everyone is up here like, and rightfully so. It's a lot of drama going on as far as people starting to get caught into most of the things that I be saying, but I don't know these people personally, so I can never say what they're doing, but the concept is the sex slave, the trade, no matter what age they are, and things like that. People that are rich, they make rich because they want to do things that are not legal, not right, not so they create this. I'm rich and you're poor because they want to do as thou will. You can't do as thou will when you're just a regular. Everyone's just regular, so they created this kind of concept of a seesaw of the haves and the have-nots. So they can have whatever they want, even though it doesn't, do you really need to have a lot? Not really, but they want things that they're not supposed to have. So that's why they're creating their hierarchy of their status in life, where they think they could just do things that regular people would never do. And they don't want to, since they're looking at themselves like they're not regular people, and I have a picture of Michael, the guy that just died, Omar. He has a shirt that says not normal. They don't think they're normal, and they're not normal. They're the people that is drinking blood and doing all this weird stuff for highs. Everything is for a high. And I was going over that they're all cokeheads. Which as you can see, how many accusations have came out of people on crack, on coke, on this after I did my video. How many people have been accused directly saying, oh, he's on crack and I got proof. Oh, he's on cocaine and this guy named Shook. I mean, look at his name, Uncle Shook. I don't know who he is. When I tried to tune into his show one time because he was being promoted by that lady that I always talk about, I told y'all about her too. She's a nasty little sneaky one. She was promoting Uncle Sugar. I think she gave him like $250 or something like that. And everybody, she was like, I could give whoever I want money. And she's accurate. So I tried to tune into the show to say, oh, what's so good about the show? And it wasn't going to be a good show because she was like, oh, he's good at editing. Like, who cares if he's good at editing? Like, is the material good? What is he up here for? Because YouTube isn't like a scripted entertainment show usually. Some people do their scripts, but most of the time people are up here trying to do things that mainstream media would never cover. And they want it to be talked about because a lot of people want to talk about it, but mainstream media will act like everyone is ignoring it. In the comments, they'll have 1,000 fake comments, as you can see with the she's tweaking situation. It was a tweak in their fake comments, and you see how many fake comments is in the shade room? You'll never see a real comment in there. So you obviously see that the comments are trying to make you say what they want you to say. Like, oh yeah, I like her. Oh, she's so pretty. It's like saying stuff that I wouldn't have said that, but you're going to see a whole bunch of fake comments trying to sway you to say, if you are thinking different than this, you shouldn't. Because look at all the majority are saying in these comments, but you see they're fake. They're made up. They're trying to persuade you as the she's tweaking situation. Of all, you see how many comments said that? That's all fake pages. That's all. So you see what I'm saying when they get taking their platforms down as well, like Young Pharaoh and the Amina lady, where their platforms get taken down and they don't have the 100,000 views. It goes down where it's like 7-10,000. Why? People can find you by Googling your name. It's not that hard to find people pages, especially if they're big pages that get 7,000 views. If you had 100,000 views, people will be able to find you. But anyway, like I said, YouTube, Trump didn't need them no more. So a lot of Trump people got taken down. Because it was not necessary no more. It's like 2 years in, and it's like winding down. I mean, Trump is about to host a boxing match, so he got celebrity things to do. I don't know what president will be doing these things, but this is the one that you guys are, not you, but hopefully my viewers are not, non-Trump, non any of these people, because they're all a part of it. None of them are being nice, and if they even have some type of soul and remorse a little bit, which I doubt. When you're at that part of the game, I think they did so much adrenochrome and so much drugs and so much Mind K, Shocks, like the Shutter Island, them drill shots. I don't know what they doing to them when they go to jail. But anyway, yeah, they're not gonna have any remorse. So the first thing I want to go over that I accurately predicted was the males having children, or somewhat of them trying to say males are having children. And then once I brought that out, I mean, let's be honest. The next day, what happened? Let's be honest, everybody. I'm out here looking for respect. That's it. I don't want. And thanks for anybody that gave a super chat or a cash app. I do appreciate any support. I'm not asking for support because I know a lot of people do not have a small page. I mean, I'm not looking to make anybody give out $2 out of their $50 for the week till they get their check. So I don't even bother in that kind of stuff. I already know that most of these people that get a lot of super chats and cash apps are bigger pages, which means broader audience and stuff like this or whatever. Or on top of that, I believe that they are money laundering. I think they're cleaning money up. That's a big business. Cleaning money is a big business, and trust and believe they put them in these platforms, and then they get all these cash apps and all these things. As soon as they get on, I'm like, how? Like, wait, you just got here. But trust me, they're cleaning money, most likely, allegedly. Snack. I don't even know what that means, but whatever. He steals a lot from me, so I can say whatever I want. Yeah. So I'm trying to get a picture of the pregnant guy. And then we could go from there with the Kane agenda of these very stern, accurate, keen men that could turn a little bit fruitball-y or buy whatever they like. I don't know. This is the whole point of them with the Christ and the Christianing and things like that. I already told you it goes from the back of the bud, and then they try to in this, because this is all. How they're connected. The spinal cord and the what is it called? Like, it's like an atlas and an something. The two things at the top. I haven't took an anatomy class in a while, so please forgive me about not knowing the accurate words. But yeah, it obviously it's like a connection. It's like a plug. It's like a plug or something. So they like to do you in that way because they know it's like some type of control situation. In their eyes, they feel like they're weakening this man and they're controlling this man, so they do this stuff. I'm just going to quickly look for this picture, and I'm gonna go into Omar too because his scar seemed to just change, and I just took a lot of pictures of it just to maybe see if anybody else see all the changes to this man's scar on his face. And then I'm gonna go into some men like that is for sure a woman, and I'm gonna show you that they're for sure a woman, but I'm gonna say allegedly when I show it because I don't want the drama to be like, sue or whatever. And I have nothing, but who cares? They'll probably try to just take your page or something away. So I'm still looking for the pregnant picture. I don't know why it's so far back. I didn't know it was this far back. But you know what? I don't want to skip over this. So a lot of people were saying that this is like a heart in Drake's head, but if you really look at it, there's no way that's a heart. I mean, let's be honest. There's no heart there. They could have pushed this all the way back. They could have pushed it all the way back and really made an accurate heart, but they didn't. I mean, let's be honest. This is a set of balls on his head. I mean, it's obvious. Thank you. It's obvious this is a set of balls on his head. When you watch that show like Super Bad and those shows with those like little white kids and they doodle on their paper and they doodle dicks. Well, I don't excuse my language, but they doodle penises. This is like pretty much the balls, and then the only thing they had to do is like draw the penis part down. This is not a heart. This is not a heart. This is not a heart. Okay? I think everybody knows what a heart looks like. This looks like a set of balls. Or butt. I showed somebody else this and they was like, oh, it could be boobs. And I'm like, no, because boobs have nipples. This is just smooth two circles. This is definitely a set of nuts, in my opinion. And the only thing you need is the thing need to go down. But he definitely has a set of nuts in his head. And then to top it all off, his album is called Certified Lover Boy with the nuts in his head. So we gotta really think about it. Do you think that's a heart? Because they could have made a clear heart. They could have made a clear heart. They could have made it. He got a lot of money. I could have did it, but I could have got him a little clipper job and hooked him up. You know, so we don't want to pretend that that's a heart. I could have did a better heart than that. He has a lot of money. He could have got somebody to say, yo, make sure this looks like a heart. It's like a set of nuts. But because his album is called Certified Lover Boy, and as I say, he is definitely a part of the South American Armenian people in South America all the way in the back, because his name is back there. The Drake passage is back there. So he's not from Canada. He's not from, he's right on the area where they fought Toronto and Albany, where they were fighting over the Niagara Falls. So this is not a coincidence that, he's in Toronto, whatever, It's so big. Canada's so big, he's in Toronto, right on the Niagara Falls fight. Albany, upstate New York, and Toronto, Canada. Anyway, which Canada was never Canada. It was always North America, but, whatever. Anyway, so if you look at it backwards, because this is how Jewish in Armenian, whatever, a lot of it, like the Torah, they read backwards, upside down. If you look at the name Certified Lover Boy, backwards is Boy Lover Certified. So with the 7 nuts in the backwards term of his album, we're going to stamp him in for definitely one of the creepy guys. He's definitely one of the creepy guys. And as I stated, he got swollen too. We already know when they get swollen that they may be transferred out into a robot. That's my opinion. My opinion is that they definitely have AIs out. Some type of, or the human being could have some type of AI. They're already trying to chip us. He could have some type of AI thing, but they get so swollen that it looks like it's machinery inside, and they do something over on top of them. They're all so swollen. They're very swollen people. Ain't so much steak in the world, Ain't too many Haagen-Dazs you can eat. So, now let me get to the pregnant boy. This is my prophecy. Literally the week after, this is September 5th. I came up, when was that? What date was that? I could look. I took this picture this date. And let's see. Okay, say 1 week ago. Don't give me a specific date, but 1 week ago it's actually it's actually just it's the 6th, or it probably was the 5th. No, the 7th or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, after I came up here on my live a week ago, the very next day or two, and they always do this to me. That's why I try to do my videos now, because they've been doing this to me for years. So this is why I do videos now, to timestamp stuff that I say before they do things, and then they do things, and it's just like, okay, I knew it was gonna happen because this is what they do. So they try to bother me or something like that, because they see us, like, I think they, they do things, they do go into your mind. Everyone knows that they have their ways, and then they take good stuff from people and it's not right. They steal good stuff from people. They stole outfit ideas, all kinds of stuff. My signature book thing, Kylie stole. They tried to do like a videography thing for friends. It was in their show, and it was like, I was like, look what they stole, and I was like popping junk about them on my Instagram, but I don't think nobody cared at the time. But yeah, as you can see with his stomach, you don't see where it starts or where it begins. So I'm sorry, I lost the picture. You don't see where it starts or where the stomach begins. Now, you see the stomach was fake because he came out on a VMAs today with no stomach, right? But let's be honest. Let's be honest. This is the same stomach that these women are walking around with. That's the same stomach. It's not obvious where the stomach starts or begins. Like, y'all make it seem like it's so easy to tell. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, if you ask me, I think he had a baby. Because the thing is, the weirdest thing about it is, I think he was born an F. I think he was born a female. If you really look at his chest part, look at his chest part. Do he has fake boobs or something? Like, a man's chest breast should not look like this. So I believe that he could have been born a female. They're really tricking people out here. Look at his neckline. All of the men has the same neckline as women, and all of their women have the same neckline as men. So I'm really beginning to think that they just really know how to switch them out, and we're just being fooled all around the board. And that's why he's coming out with the pregnancy thing, because I already told you they are having children somehow, one at a time, and that's just proving that it's just something weird going on there. Yeah, and I think that they took what I said about the seahorse and men having children and ran with it. So, yeah, really gross, man. I mean, look at the lavender color. Like, it's just annoying. Like what is the point of the Rick James wig? I know people, it's like the outfit was tacky. Yeah, he has the 3-6 up in his hand too. As you can see, like the hand right here. He's definitely throwing it up. They do it all the time. Like it's like they're so programmed to sad. They're so programmed to sad. They know what to do. This is super creepy. This is really creepy. Why is this stuff not showing? Very creepy, man. I sent Dr. Umar a Cash App before, a long time ago when he was on stage talking about black, men and them putting them on Ritalin and things like that, because he is absolutely correct. And this is what I don't like about them. They'll give you the Nipseys, they'll give you these people that are absolutely correct, but then they'll destroy them right in your face. You know what I'm saying? And and people don't even realize that they do that on purpose. They'll give you somebody and be like, look, but look at y'all can't make it. Look at y'all. Even when you're up top, you'll do drugs. Or look at you. This is what they'll do. Or look at you. He couldn't help. Now he's dead. And, they'll do this to your heroes. And the heroes are 100% down with it. Okay? They're 100% down and act like they're these good people and then go on and drag themselves down. Young Pharaoh, I'm going to get to him in his BM. And his co-host, his co-con artist, his co-scamming ass. I'm going to get to them. And I was tearing her up from the beginning. But now I'm going to show you what they said recently. I said in the last video that they both were scamming. And people probably look like, oh, why is she bothering golden and blah, 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 blah. There's nothing's golden about her. There's nothing. She's more Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But we're going to get into that too. There's nothing golden about her. She's not a black woman. She's an East Indian girl. And recently they asked her, and I got video of her. She was on live yesterday, and I didn't catch much of it. I just wanted to see because she labeled it the truth. And they know how to get people in their videos. Please, after I show y'all what they said, please stop viewing them if you have a brain, because they're literally telling you they're doing this for the back ends of whatever they get paid. They probably get paid through YouTube. They probably get paid by their company they work for. Those people that want you to be infiltrated, they get checks. They get paid. They're with a group. They're with people. So they get paid for this kind of infiltration, especially if a lot of views are there, because that's what they're paying them for. They want you to get captivated. So if they see they're captivating you, they will get paid in multiple ways. Okay. And they're scamming. They're scamming straight up. Like he said, it's a reality show, fake drama for your mama. And y'all are viewing it, even if y'all say, oh, boo, or oh, whatever, support or no support, the view is like a ching ching, That's what it matters. Yeah, so we're gonna get into Kylie real quick. I really don't want to stay too long here, so I'm gonna breeze through some of the things that I predicted. But anyway, they are fake having babies. I already told you they're having black women or something like that have their children, right? This was Kylie on August 17th or August 14th. It was her birthday. Go girl. She looks like she looked like she's been laying on the table all her life, getting cut up. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like she done did too much to herself for me to ever give a compliment. But this was her on her birthday. Okay, this is her. She did a photo shoot. She was live. I follow her, but I don't follow her whole family. I just follow her and Kim, and I try not to look at none of this stuff no more. And they're about to get deleted. I just want to see like the demise of them before I go. But I try to keep up with. Are you still viewing these things? I try to keep a nice scale of where we at with canceling them. So this is her on her birthday. Looking great. I mean, whatever. You got money and you want to just take a bunch of photos for fun. and spend a bunch of thousands of dollars on it. Hey, why not? But I mean, is this possible? This is 3 weeks later. This is 3 weeks later. It ain't even been a month yet. Her birthday was August 17th. What is it? September what? September 12th. Yeah, y'all really letting them do this? First, she hid her whole pregnancy. She hid the whole pregnancy. No one knew she was pregnant, even though they knew she was pregnant, but we didn't know she was pregnant because she wouldn't show nobody, right? But now, life has changed for her, and she wants us to see the whole pregnancy. That's like so night and day. Now, mind you, she's a Leo, so I would be like, okay, that's probably them. They, 1 minute they doing this, the next minute they they doing that, and more power to you, and whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to change your mind and show people, and you didn't want to show people before, fine. But is it possible for somebody to grow that big within 3 weeks? Now, if you're telling me it's possible, then fine. But I'm telling you, this is kind of, for me, it's hard to believe that you could go from this, August 17th. Now, this could be pre-tape, right? But what about these pictures that she had on her live? She was literally on her live. This is literally her birthday. She was on her live, literally looking like that 3 weeks ago. Okay? We want to remember that. We want to remember 3 weeks ago, this is what she looked like. And then, boom. She done ate too much, I guess. She done ate so much cake, and she's really craving. Because, boom, look how she's big now. Like, I mean, 3 weeks, y'all? You sure? Look like she got the same, she probably just snatched she probably snatched the same stomach off of what's his name? Old Town Road Boy? Yeah, I don't know them. I don't like them. I feel like now that I noticed celebrities are somebody we're choosing, I realize that I don't even like them. Like y'all, I don't like y'all. And they just keep putting them on there. They just keep pushing them on our backs. And it's like, who's liking these people? Because they suck. And I met a lot of them in person. They stink. They smell like fart. It's like they don't walk around and do anything. They just sit on their butt all day. They get drove here. They get flown here. They get bicycled. And they get picked up and carried. And it's like, why don't you air your butt out? Because most of the time they smell buddy. Like, they smell like butt. I'm telling you, I met a lot of them. Hugs and all that. And I'm just like, do something with your hygiene. Like, I don't care if you're a celebrity. These celebrities really think they don't have to do nothing with their hygiene? Females too? Like, come on, stop. Breath and underarms and didn't smell like, I don't know if you just got the plane. I don't know what to tell them. But you can't do that. You can't lift your underarms up and give people hugs or be around them and you smell like fart. Okay? Okay, here's another culprit. We want to take a good look at this guy. Now, you see I'm zooming up. I said, wow. Do y'all not see the titty nipple on him? Now, this is a picture of a picture, so I can't really get it good, right? But you see how he's working out, right? And he has all this muscle flex up here, but yet the nipple part won't move or it won't get any muscle. You don't see the muscle is not reacting right here? Do you not see this nipple right here, this whole nipple part right here? This is like a nice little woman nipple, and then if you can't really tell, it's like a whole developed nipple. Men nipples are not this developed in hard. His nipple is hard. His nipple was hard at the time. So this is clearly born a F. I mean, if you can't tell, then you can't tell. But if you look at his shape in the mid side, he don't have that cut. He don't have the cut. He has the square stuff that I tell you that women have. He has the square. I'm trying to touch it. He has the square part right here. See, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna just come out. I try not to touch it too much because this is what I have so much stuff that it's hard to find it back. It's a lot of stuff in here. It's a lot of drama. Like, I wish I could show you all this stuff. Look at this lion loser. Let me not be rude. He was nice when I met him. I met these people before. He was trying to talk to me. I didn't know who he was. And I think he was offended by that. And then we took pictures together. Whatever. I have pictures of these people. I'll show you the pictures when I get a chance. But look how much of a liar this guy is. I mean, he's sitting here promoting this cereal right here, trying to get a check for it, but they should take the check back and charge him for being so stupid because he literally has Fruity Pebbles in his bowl. But he's like, oh, look what the captation say. Which one is your favorite? Frosted Flakes or Apple Jacks? Nigga, it look like your favorite is Fruity Pebbles. So yeah, don't give him a check, Kellogg's. Skip the check on him and send him an invoice for being retarded. He's a nice person, but I'm telling you, they ran up on me. They tried to run up on me, and because I was going upstairs and leaving, and him and a DJ. I don't really want to put everybody's name in there, but I knew the DJ because he was hosting an event, and I was just like, oh, since they ran up behind me, I'm like, yo, let me take a picture of you and the DJ, and he was like, oh, the DJ is a cool, like that's why I want to say his name. He's a cool one. He was like, oh, you don't want to take a picture of me, you should take a picture of him, like he's more important. I'm like, more important than you? I was like, okay, well, then let me take a picture with him. Like, what the? I was just like, y'all followed me all the way up the steps. Like, what's up? And then, they was, I guess they was, people, I don't think they like people like, oh, you're so good. I think they're like, let's see what we could, listen, I'm not even going to go there, but, they're not interested in knowing your favorite color and your favorite food. You see what I'm saying? They looking like, what's up tonight? What's up right now? Or whatever. And that's why I don't mind being mean or saying no or whatever, because they're really not. And if you want to fall for it, then fall. And it's not even like fall for it. If you want to gain stuff out of it too, if you're strong enough to go, because these people are professionals, so if you wanna go toe to toe with them, go on. But you see how Cardi B had to find another person. These people are scammers. So anyway. I just wanted to also give a shout out to IMCs. I spell MCs. I haven't shouted them out in a while, and that's a good channel. And definitely, I believe that they are definitely watching everything he's doing, and most likely me too. Even though my views aren't there, like I said, with the pregnancy, and I'm gonna go into with Young Pharaoh and the girl when I said they were scamming, and then they admitted to it this week. They admitted to it, both of them, and I got it on tape. I'm gonna go through that, all my predictions that came out true this week. Usually I take a month to come online, but I said let me do something and get it together because I'm tired of waiting a while when things come right after me, like I told y'all. So I'm back this week because I'm not just gonna wait a month to tell y'all about all the stuff. So I'm gonna try, if they do continue to do things right after me, I'm gonna try to come right out. Maybe not on live. I could do more videos when I'm not here because I could just have my scarf on. But, I try to get it together and come forward because I don't like to talk all the junk I talk and not be able to be up here and, say it because I'm serious. I'm dead serious. But anyway, you can see that they're following him because, as you can see, they said, like, this is a joke, I guess, but they're saying Tyler Perry is presenting the King Von story. And I'm telling you, when I saw it, I was like, Keke Palmer been in the game for a long time. So, and yes, Vaughn very, very much had feminine features. Very much feminine features. Like, you gotta start looking at them. That girl that he was with, male features. So we gotta understand that I think all of them are crisscrossing. This is what they do. So they can know that they're probably good actors and stuff like that. If they are a woman and was born a woman, they probably have to go through so much, or they probably was directly related to someone. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna get into some more stuff. Okay, I just want to quickly, let me see if I should just go into the Young Pharaoh stuff and just make this quick, because there's a lot here. Yeah, I don't, like, with this guy that died, Omar, I really don't want to go too much into him, but because these people are crooked as crap. Like, you telling me DMX, this guy died all in the same year? I just don't believe it. On drugs. Didn't I tell you they all cokeheads? That now he died from doing coke. Predictions. I'm telling you, now they're saying that they're getting bad hits. So they're dying from bad hits, but obviously I told you they're all cokeheads. Not because they want to be cokeheads. It's because of Colombia. That's why you have Colombia, South Carolina. That's when they first came and harassed us, right? In the South Carolinas, and Colombia is where they said they was fighting against the war. Everything is Colombia to them. Everything is like Columbus. No such thing as Columbus. That's another Coke signal. That's like another, oh, he's bringing Coke. Oh, Columbus is done discovering Coke. Like, I'm telling you, in my opinion, it's all about Colombia, everything. They surround themselves. They love Colombia. They love the coca. And I could show you this guy. He went through South America. I watched his whole channel like a maniac, and now I'm done, and I'm worried about him because he went to Haiti recently, and they tried to do him so dirty in Haiti, and he hasn't been up since. So hopefully he's all right. But yeah, I was watching his whole video, and he literally watched these kids do coke, and then they tried to trick him into, everywhere he went, they was giving him cane drinks and cane alcohol. Like I guess they make alcohol out of cane. Cane alcohol. Cane. Wait a second. Is that it? Okay, I don't know why I didn't show the part where he had cane, but this guy, he does I love his show on YouTube. I want to show you guys where he was with he came, because he was taking like the back skirts of South America instead of taking like the road like where the GPS would tell you to take. He instead of taking the GPS route, he was taking like the back skirts of Peru and South America, and was going all the way in the high of the mountains, where they sell where they distribute the drugs. There's a lot of people up there selling like drinks and foods and things like that, like little spots that doesn't look appetizing, but they have it up there because they know tourists come through. And they won't explain to you that these places look like how they look like. They look like everywhere else, like Mexico, and like they look like this. Like they build on the mountains. They build on mountains. And they're crazy as hell that they you know, they're all mountain climbers. And anyway, I'm trying to show y'all where the kids was eating the coca leaves. Like they was just eating coke with no problem. I don't know if I okay. He's like, oh my God, all the kids are playing in it. This is the coke leaves. Now they taking this stuff thinking they're gonna get high, but the kids is eating it too, so I don't know. You see how he asked the kid, do you like the coke? And he was like, yeah, love it.
Wow, that's the most coca leaves I've ever seen in my life.
Now, mind you, he's just traveling through the... Now watch the boys come through. It's going to be police. Look at the police. Look at the military. Look at the military.
What was that? Military?
The same military they think gonna save us, I guess. I don't know, man. So he said, oh, he was like, oh, that's the military, right? And mind you, when I went to Mexico, I've been to Mexico, Tijuana, and things like that. Our military is over there, and they look just like that, hanging out with their guns drawn, and they're like piled up in the car, just like how I showed you. I'm not sure if you got a good look at it, but they are out there, and you would think that they're there to help.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all got a good look at them. They have like their guns drawn, and they're like, you know, they're like deep, you know, and they be all hanging out the cars. You know, see how they're like all right here, hanging out in the back. They all be having their like machine guns drawn out. So mind you, he got out of there. After he was like, oh, because he's creeping around doing YouTube. He's not supposed to be here. And this is like drug area. This is like super drug serious. And then even in the bushes, he could not go there. He stayed on the outskirts. But it's clear as day that the military is A-okay with these people and their children dealing coke, getting the coke ready. So is the military and the narcos there to stop the production? Or are they there to make sure the production is going the way they need it to go and don't build no tunnels like Escobar and try to get a direct line, go through the United States, and then you're okay. That's, in my opinion, it looks like the military and the narcos are there to make sure if you is going to be selling all this coke, which we want you to sell it, we want this coke, but do not try to distribute it without the middleman, without us, because if you're driving past this without jumping out and saying, hey, give us all this coca leaf, that means they're a part of the business. And once that guy saw the military, he hightailed it back to his car and got out of there. Because he already know that they peeped him. And people usually don't go back that way. So they probably look like you doing too much. And they probably grabbed him up, took him to jail or something, gave him bullcrap excuses why he's in jail. So his white blonde hair butt got out of there smart enough once he saw the military. And that's our troops. Okay? Yeah, and anyway, I'm not going to get into that because I don't want the government to crash through my window and I don't get $1, out of exposing anything. I'm just observing, and it's my opinion. It might not be true. Maybe the military didn't see all the coca leaves and they thought it was just regular leaves and they could have jumped out and checked it out, but whatever. Or maybe, as I state, their laws there are different. They don't follow the same kind of laws and governments across South America as they do over here in the fatherland. You're not allowed to do all that stuff, but as I stated, in the motherland area, which South America is the original Africa. That's where all the Brazilians are, they call them Portuguese, but let's be honest, those are the African people. I think they brought Brazilians over to Africa, or they brought people over, so that it could make sense, because that's where the Spaniard black people and French black people are. And obviously black Spaniard people live in Brazil and Peru, and if you see, they're all the same African Asiatic people. So anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that they are all cokeheads. Europe love coke. They love it. Like that's why people put Coca-Cola, like they think it's like a symbolism for, like, I don't know, but Coca-Cola used to have coke in it back in the days. I wouldn't be shocked if it still has coke in it. Whoever drinks a lot of coke, do you still have your teeth at an older age? Like, a lot of people lose their teeth from drinking Coca-Cola because it deteriorates. It will dissolve your teeth. And back in the days in Europe, when they made Coca-Cola or pop, just like they sell it in South America, all these drinks have some type of, like, they kept trying to give this guy all kinds of drinks. It was cane in it, sugar cane, this kind of cane, and I'm pretty sure Coke and stuff. And that's when they become talking about these nutcrackers and things. Like, I think they sprinkling Coke and stuff in the mix. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, exactly, it got to be still Coke. Because at some point in history, if you do your research in philosophy with, like, Freud, Freud. Everyone talks about Freud and philosophy like he's like some god. But it's just really don't just want to tell you that they put Coke in everything. Like, who cares about Freud? Let's focus on the fact that they put Coke in everything. The doctor was prescribing Coke to everybody. The doctor still prescribe us Coke and stuff like that, but it's just not as obvious as now. Yeah, Coca-Cola had Coke in it, and then now they're pretending they don't have Coke. But let's be honest, does it not have Coke? And on top of that, I believe salt and sugar is some type of Coke base. It's like a Coke, because usually sugar and salt and stuff, it could come in different colors. So the white ones are the most dangerous to your system. And I wouldn't be surprised because they're mixing it with Coke. It's so addictive, right? They're like, oh, sugar kills you more than, because it's Coke. Coke kills people. And like, if you don't know you're doing Coke and it's sugar and you just overtaking Coke or sugar, in my opinion, it'll kill you. Pepsi, I don't know what is in Pepsi, but Pepsi has the most sugar out of all sodas. That's why it's so addictive, because it has the most sugar out of all sodas. They put the most sugar in. Like, they'll probably have this much sugar in other sodas, and Pepsi will probably have this much. Like, it's double the sugar intake. So I don't know, but I know Coca-Cola for a fact had Coke in it, and then I don't know if they changed it out. But this is why Coca-Cola is so important to them, and they put it in their things because Coke is very important to them. That is a big business. This is why they made crack. They wanted us to. Everything that they tell us is good for us is coming from their countries, and it's not even really that good for us. Like pineapples that comes from South America, pineapples aren't really that good for us. I researched it. I'm like, who's telling us to eat pineapple? Anything yellow and those colors aren't really that good for them. Them yellow bananas, them yellow pineapples, them yellow lemons, those everything that they have is fermented. I went to Mexico. I couldn't eat nothing out there. I took my own water. I took crackers and cereal. When I tried to eat some of the stuff that they had, it was just like I went to Domino's there. They charged me the same goddamn price. It was like 100,000 pesos, which was like $20 in American money. Wasn't good. It didn't taste good at all. I think all their stuff is fermented, old, like something ain't right. Or maybe because it's so hot, things weather fast, rot fast or something. And they have to make use of what they do. You know, they got to make miracles, everything. You know, got to do what they got to do. So I think that they make us like all the stuff, like, oh, like this and like this. And I'm telling you, this stuff is not that good for us, but it's because they want us to be their consumers. They want to sell their products to us. So Coke is a big thing to them, and they want to sell Coke to us very badly. They give us Coke in so many different ways. They present it to y'all in y'all drinks, like the lean, your X, whatever drug is the time of the drug. It's just a remix of the Coke that they're trying to sell to you. They want to make sure everyone's buying their Coca. The military is okay with it. The government is okay with it. They kept calling this guy a gringo, but he's saying he's from South Africa. This Kirk, his YouTube is Kirk. Let me find his YouTube since I'm talking about it. That's not right to not try to at least show you guys his page. I don't think he needs the help though. He has a lot of views. Like he gets like in the millions. He said he's from the same place where Nelson Mandela is from, and the community is full of white people. So you already know what time it is with Nelson Mandela. The fact that he is from South America with all these white people, he said it's like a small town of them where they migrated and they stayed from Germany. He's originally from Germany, but they migrated to South Africa in a small town where they're from. And he said it's Nelson Mandela's from that town. I'm like I don't know how y'all didn't. I don't know how these people, we never thought about that. These people suck, you know. But anyway. Like, Nelson Mandela sucks. Like, I'm sorry, or whoever likes him. Like, I don't care. If you know Beyonce and Jay-Z and all them people, man, you know these people are corrupt. You gotta think about it. Like, these people are corrupt. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they didn't pop up and help y'all out at all during the pandemic, but they kept trying to sell y'all stuff. She came out with an album, a cartoon voice, Disney movie, a new song. Blue came out with some stuff you could buy. Ivy Park outfits. What else she tried to sell y'all? Jay-Z just looks dead. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just there, like he's like it looked like they put out like a cat, like a cutout board. Every time we see Jay-Z, he's like a cutout board, like, and his dreads just look dirtier every time we see him. When did Jay-Z started growing dreads? I don't know. Don't they gotta start off with like the little doodle dreads? Why we don't never see that process with none of these people? We don't never see the doodle dread process. We always just see it already sprinkled out, which lets you know that he got. I don't know what happened to him. Them infiltrating dreads. When Kwame took off that hat, I saw he had those. I was like, I know it, and that's why I'm glad I just say what I say without having to wait, because I just be knowing, and I don't like to. I go right with my instincts. I never wait, and it always works out for me. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys the YouTube, but I don't know why I can't find it. His page. I'm not good at. Okay, so let me just go to his actual page. His page is Kurt Cass. So only why I'm really showing you that because he goes through the whole South America. He goes through Belgium. He goes through, if you really pay attention and look at, because he's kind of like historic too when he's going to these places. He's trying to show you things. If you really are paying attention, you're going to understand a lot. That these people are fucking liars. A lot like the pizza. Ooh, the pizza thing. He went to a pizza in Italy or Belgium. It's called a pizza. And a pizza is like a place that they used to hold court where people will come together in this one area, usually in front of a Catholic church, and they will hold court or just social events. And I looked up what kind of social events they would do at a pizza when they get together back in them days, and they used to like hold beheadings and like court, like they used to have court there, and people used to get like, obviously most of the time when they had court, these people would just get guilty. They usually just trying to figure out what they was gonna do with them. And we're gonna set them on fire, we're gonna cut their head off, what we gonna do with these people. So I just found that weird that this Pizzagate and these people the Italians and these people love pizza so much. I like pizza, and then they connected to this weird stuff, and they love Coke. It's like it just all connects of why they call children or why they are referring to people as pizza because the pizza used to be a meeting place, and then they used to hold court and beheadings and things like that. So you just gotta put the connection to these things. They just also with like the Leaning Towers. He went to visit like one of these towers where it was like brick made, like how we had our stuff set up in America. So it's clear that they had architects go and try to replicate things that we already had here. But all of their as he said, their architect sucked because all their stuff was falling and leaning. It started to lean and break up. So like most of the stuff that they had up, they had to break down, and there's only a couple of pizzas left. And when he visited, it was like an old thing it was like an old tower. I don't even know what's the point of it, because it was just like a circle and a lot of steps where you just go all the way up to the top. But it was like, what is the purpose of those towers? Maybe for reception. Once you get the free energy, I think they needed these long towers from the ground up. But that's something that I have to look into, is engineering situations that you have to do a lot of research in to figure out what those towers are really there for. But as he stated, the architecture sucked, and that's why they had the leaning tower, the leaning this, the leaning that, because their grounds aren't good to build on. They don't have great grounding. A lot of their stuff sinks because they're built on a lot of water, islands, and things like that. And when you use a lot of water in the city, the water under the city could start to take away, and the grounds could start to lower. We have things like that in America, like Brooklyn, I believe, Starlight City, sinks like that. They say it sinks every year. It's because it was it used to be a dump field where they used to have mad dirt dump and garbage, and that's why it still kind of stinks over there. But people let them tell that they live a good life. I don't know, like it's like a nice neighborhood, and it is. Starlight is okay, but across from Starlight is more. Like they think they're more. I think it's more Turkish or like type of Armenian people that live that way. Maybe that's Brooklyn. Let me get off of that. But it used to be a dump field. I used to actually, when I was young, we used to go into the desert. It used to be a desert over there, and people used to have their Zoom bikes, and they used to take me and my brothers and stuff on the bike. These grown adults was just like took me. I'm like a little girl, and they're like, "Oh, get on!" and scared the crap out of us on their Zoom bikes in the desert in Starlight. But now Starlight is built up, and they built it over like water and stuff like that, and that's why it sinks. But anyway, so don't be shocked if one day things start to crumble or something happens like in Miami with those buildings collapsing. It's because underneath it starts to sink, and it could cause an issue with the architecture, the infrastructure at the bottom of the base, the columns. If that sinks in, it's over for the whole infrastructure. But anyway, so I did check out that guy's page. He goes through the whole area, and he's still traveling. I hope he made it out of Haiti safe. That last video, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably on his comments like, hey, did you make it out of there alive? Because he hasn't made another video yet, and they tried to shake him down in Haiti. Somebody said, y'all, don't forget, I'm not sure what. Oh, yeah, thank you for the likes. I thought you meant by 9/11. Let's get on that. How weird is this? I think like CVID, I don't want to say the actual name. I think it wanted to show you guys like how weird these celebrities are, how they just promote stuff. It's been 20 years. I've never seen so many celebrities like, don't forget it. Who knows what they were saying about not forgetting about 9/11, but everybody knows for a fact it was a nasty situation behind 9/11. They don't put out insurances and rebuilt it. Like it was a dirty game being played. I saw a video when 9/11 happened of a bunch of, I don't know if they're Syrian Jews, Orthodox Jews. I don't know what kind of Jews they are with the ones with the hat, and I think they're Orthodox. I don't know exactly which ones they are. You gotta understand that the Moors became Moorish and they became Jewish as well. So these are Jews. I'm not sure which one, but they were across from the bridge, and it was video of this of them cheering when 9/11 went down. I cannot find this footage, but this is something that you gotta just catch when you catch it. This was a long time ago that footage aired, so we know that. And then none of those Jews was there in that building, so we know that. And then the demolition of it. The thing is that I think that they do a lot of catastrophes, and a lot of people that died didn't really die. They are collecting fake insurances. A lot of people will perish. And I'm not saying no one really died, because obviously if something like that happens, people are going to be out there, but they do it so early in the morning that that building was not open. So it shouldn't have been so many workers and too many people there. But yes, people are going to be there very early. So those are the people that's going to probably get sacrificed. But they try to do things where not too many people, they don't, their interest is not in killing a lot of people. They just want to make it look like an accident because they need the bread. So a lot of people do end up getting hit, getting caught up. But they try not to let too many people get caught up because they do it. They did it so early in the morning that building wasn't even supposed to. That a lot of people should not have been at work yet, and things like that nature. And it's all because of the insurance monies. They just want their bread. And a lot of people that they probably said died probably didn't really die. Not all. I'm just saying some, because this is the way they make their money, through insurances. Any kind of like contract, like this is where the bags are. When people say they're making a bag and they're working a regular job, you're just making a check. Bags is where you signing off, and this is a bag. Like you can't even get the money because it's going to be just hit to you through your account or something like that. That's a bag. Like that's a touchdown, and that's usually what these blue collar criminals go for. They go for big giant wins. They're not going for little money. Yeah. So I don't know what else. Like, let me get to the young Pharaoh thing, and then I'm just gonna call it a day. I did talk about the Shug dude, the Uncle Shug dude. I don't know who he is, but like I said, that lady on her birthday, December 28th, where the Jesus Nazareth. If you look up the name Nazareth, if you break it down, Nazah and Beth, if you look it up individually, it means not, no. It means no, like Na means no, and then Zar or Zar means South African, and then Beth means like business or something like that. So it basically, if you put the word together, it's like don't do business with the South Africans, that the Jesus Nazareth Beth. Whatever that was, and then that was them calling, the king calling for infants under 2 years old to be murdered, all of them, because they were trying to catch Jesus for 2 years straight. Because I guess somebody up in Zeus is Olympia, that's up top, Canada, China, Russia, that's up there where Olympia is. They didn't want South America, Mary, the kicked out Adam, Mary descendant, Jesus, to go on, because he will be eventually coming back for his seat, and the people in the Olympians do not like their throne to be threatened. Their history is known for that. With Cronus and all these stories about, it's always, they're worried about their throne in the hierarchy Olympus. So that's what that was about when they called that, everybody rushing down to come, and her birthday's the same. And then she does this child, children, but I bet she won't come and do a whole skit on her friend that she gave all this money to, which sometimes it sounds like they're in business together, because like I said, it was a lot of stuff that was being said, and that thing don't sound right. But anyway, I'm not even going to go into that, because you people like these people, they get all these views, so I don't want people, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are a part of it, if you ask me, because let's get it right. You people with them foster kids, and you people with them, like, don't even get started. People with them foster kids and things like that, where they have all their foster kids in one little dirty room, be like 5 or 6 of them, various ages, and then their children be having their own room, and then, like, I want to get into it, because you people, some of these women and some of these people are hardcore. They're hardcore, okay? And I don't want to get into that, all right? People thinking they're doing well, doing this, and then you look into seeing how they're getting all this extra money, and these foster people, they are down with the government, with police. They are all attached. I'm not going to get into all that. Let's get into Young Pharaoh and my I Told You So with Young Pharaoh and the East Indian girl. I'm going to get into my I Told You So, and then I'm going to kind of try to wrap it up.
Here first. Go. Be the motherfucker that was here first. Go.
Okay. This is like.
Be the motherfucker that stayed with me through it all. Go.
Okay.
Goldie knows what I expect from her, just like I know what she expects from me.
Cinnamon brown.
For the other shit.
Cinnamon brown toast.
You feel me? And if we're gonna start from right there. But to everybody that was misadvising her and telling her to do this, that, and the third to the young guy, let me tell y'all something.
I'm right with him. Everybody told her that, I'm right with him. Told y'all to not deal with them. And they fake arguments and they fake skits. For 2 lucrative checks. Two YouTubes bringing in money. Look at them. Look. They think it's hilarious.
Don't y'all all feel stupid? Don't y'all all feel stupid?
Now, not the people that follow me, because I know y'all didn't fall for this shit. But it's a lot of people that was like, oh, why? A lot of people was like, oh, why you bothering young Pharaoh from last year before he started doing coke, allegedly. Before he started doing them shrooms, allegedly, right?
Stupid.
I was already on his bullcrap, right? I miss when he used to have his educational stuff. It was entertaining. This stuff right here he doing ain't entertaining at all. It's not entertaining at all. He's so boring and annoying. But his material before was good, and I guess you got to go to INU University for that material. But guess what? I'm not paying $20 a month for it. If it was $5 a month, I probably would join it because I like all information. Even if it's like something that I don't believe in, religions. I just like to know everything. I like to be the known or be all known, so I can know what to do when it's time to do it. So, but $20 a month, not me. But yeah, I liked his material before, but this stuff he does now with the new page, it sucks.
Cool. You feel me? And if we're gonna start from right there. But to everybody that was misadvising her and telling her to do this, that, and the third to the young guy, let me tell y'all something.
Misadvising her. She still loves her.
Don't y'all all feel stupid? Don't y'all all feel stupid? Told y'all they need that bread.
You're right. You love reality TV shows.
It ain't.
Let's turn this shit into
It was fake, just like that. Wow. Told y'all.
Saving the fucking world.
I'm fucking out.
I'm fucking out. That was me preaching. When I was watching, I was like, wow, I talk too much. I don't know why I do that when I'm taping. But I can't help myself. I told y'all, oh my God, the prophecy is accurate. Hence the title of this YouTube. And y'all making me come out here on some emergency stuff because I don't like when people think I'm just talking about people for fun. No, I like to tell people my YouTube channel is about scammers. I am sick of them. I am tired of them. Like even to the swipers. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like when you young you don't do all these scams and you try to get like. Of course, I got all these stories and all these celebrity things and all that for a reason. I'm trying to get to the yams too. I wanted to get to the bag too. But then when I realized how you get to these bags, I was like, y'all really doing that? And the thing is, some of these people mentality is not like, they just can't help it. It's nothing they could do. Like, even if you wanted them to be like this side of the world mentality, just because it's just, listen, to each their own, but trust me, you can't, they have it in them. It's in them to do this stuff, right? So let's get to Golden. Let's get to her. Look at how she came at y'all sassy. Okay, wait, not that part when she was like, she ain't mixed with anything, lying bitch. Let me stop. Wait, when she was like, oh, you trying to break me up with my man? Wait a second. Oh, come on, show her. Why is it not showing?
At the end of the day, I know a lot of people want me to just cut them off and whatever, but I don't think like a lot of y'all who have been in abusive relationships and have abusive baby daddies, y'all kids still see your ass, so I don't get why y'all try to pretty much force me to do something that y'all don't even do.
Woo! What wasn't that a mouthful, boy? Wasn't that, you heard this girl? She came at you girls sloppy. The ones that was trying to support her like, no, get rid of him. They saying get rid of him because he's telling girls to do this, do that, even though I told y'all it was a fake skit. And this is why she never has no emotions. She always staying very, very one level calm because she's not a good actor. She doesn't even know how to put emotions into her acting skills. Maybe she'll get better when she gets older. But anyway, she's basically telling y'all, why y'all telling me to get rid of my baby daddy, and y'all got baby daddies that's abusive to y'all, and y'all still letting them see their kids. First of all, sis, I'm pretty sure the girls that were helping you, they not seeing them baby daddies no more. And they're not dealing with them baby daddies no more. Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they were supporting you. And then you went on to take a lot of stuff, and she tried to show a lot of look. Let's just let this girl recant and tell y'all basically tell y'all y'all. Let me let her say it. She said y'all tried to force her. This is the same girl that did 5 lives, like, oh, help me, and did a GoFundMe page, and now she said y'all forced her.
At the end of the day, I know a lot of people want me to just cut them off and whatever, but I don't think like a lot of y'all who have been in abusive relationships and have abusive baby daddies, y'all kids still see your ass. So I don't get why y'all trying to pretty much force me to do something that y'all don't even do. That's what's crazy to me. And I've talked to lawyers and stuff like that. I don't know why y'all.
Did she sound like that when she asked y'all for some cash apps?
Just say you're a scammer.
I'm pretty much doing everything by myself.
No, she's not. She's at Young Farrell house every day, drinking at the pool. And then every time he try to get her on tape, she be like, stab, with her titties swinging around, no bra. I'm gonna give her some advice, and I'm gonna be nice. Right now, them chi-chis are not that low, but with Q kids sucking on them, and you not wearing no bra, girl, and you keep wearing them halter top outfits, in the future, you're gonna regret it. Put a bra on. You're gonna regret it in the future. Girl, they're gonna hang low. They're gonna wobble in your throat. You're gonna be able to tie them in a knot, and you're gonna be able to tie them in a bow. You're gonna be able to throw them over your shoulders like a continental soldier. Girl, they're gonna hang low if you don't put a bra on. So I'm telling, she's asking for it. She's asking for it with them jujus. When Young Fat, I knew it was a fake scam when he had her on the staircase and she was like, stop, swing. They were swinging all over the place. I was like, they not breaking up at all. They're not even in the art. They're not even in turmoil. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when girls call police on guys, they usually get locked up. So the fact that police came like 6-7 times and they didn't even do nothing to Young Farrell, I knew that was all fake too. The police was probably working with them. How many times police come to your house and you gotta literally fight them to not come in your shit? Like, yo, bro, no, I'm not letting you in. You don't have a warrant. I just called you over here to help or do whatever, but I don't want you coming in. And they'll be just pushing you in anyway, like, oh, like you called us, and you have to literally fight them to not let them in your house. These police didn't even try to come and don't tell me it's because I don't live in no public housing. This is private property, so they have to respect us as well when you renting in a private home. They gotta ask the landlord to barge in your stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody. Yisan said Bonnie and Farrell. Yes, Bonnie and Clyde. They're definitely into it. And you know the hint that Young Farrell gave you, he was trying to give y'all plenty of hints, saying that she worse than him. Like, that's probably what made them fall in love. Like, you know how the Joker and the girl, like, yeah, like the fact that they are both so scammy, they probably was looking like, oh, I love you, you scamming little scammer. And she probably was like, yes, you skeezer scamming, you know, and then they probably have sex after that. Like, this is how they probably had them. In my opinion, that's probably how they think. She's an Aries. Not to be rude about Aries, but let's be honest, that's the Ram. I believe it's only 2 horned signs, which is the Capricorn goat, and then it's the Ram. When you think of Osiris and Set, now you see what's going on here. I'm about to be done because when this happens, that means get out of here, girl. Yeah, let me try to fix it out though, because it looked like I ate a powdered donut. So, Set and Osiris or whatever, you could obviously tell that Set is supposed to be a January Capricorn. I always say January. It could be just a Capricorn, but you know, January Capricorn. I think January Capricorn started off when people be like, oh, I'm a July this, or I'm a April Aries. I feel like January Capricorn started that off. Like we all, like, I don't know who else used to say their month in it, but we made sure you knew we were January Capricorn. Do not say we were December. But I think that, I don't know why we do that, but that's just something I feel like we started off. I feel like sometimes I sound like Soulja Boy here, saying, oh, I started, but trust me, we did. I know I was saying January Capricorn forever, so I don't even know when it started, but I've been saying it forever. Making sure people know the month difference. And only why I do that is because January Capricorns are the only sign that comes after, but we're older, if that makes any sense. So if an Aquarius in January and then it's an Aquarius in February, the Aquarius in January will always be older than the Aquarius in February. But, and that's every sign, right? But with the Capricorn, it's the only sign where the second one is older than the first one. Because if I'm born in 85, January 85, December 85, I'm damn near a whole year older than my December Capricorn mate, if that makes any sense. And we're the only sign that does that. So, let's get off of January Capricorns, because you already know we could be on that subject forever, because that is the Cain, that is Pan, that is the jealous God, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe he was jealous. I believe he was jealous in a way, like I want to explain that. Jealous of who? He was not jealous of Abel. He was jealous of the fault. He wanted his father's approval. He wanted his father to, he don't want his father to like, even though that's both his sons, he didn't want his own father to look over his own son. You see, and that create his father telling him, hey, shut up and leave Abel alone, just made the fire boil in that January Capricorn head. Like, bro, I'm doing this for you. His father, like, I'm doing this for you. And you gonna pick him? Am I jealous of Abel, or am I acting weird with my father? You see what I'm saying? And then the father, you gotta understand, is still his child. Even though he killed his other kid, he looked like, damn, this my child, even though he crazy as heck, I'm just gonna mark him of the beast. So people know, because that's still my kid. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that because that's history. And this is not about history. This is just me going over some things that I mentioned. And I just don't want people to think that I just be saying stuff out of nowhere. Not only do I not say stuff out of nowhere, I be accurate as hell. Now, mind you, this girl, you heard her say she didn't care about y'all and y'all need to stop forcing her, right? And then mind you, people was asking her like, yo, where's that bread at then, right? But look, first let me get to this part.
Somebody said, what are you mixed with? I'm not mixed with anything, guys. For the 50th time of saying that, I'm not mixed.
How is she not mixed?
Blacker. No, I'm just kidding.
She said she's black and blacker. Like, wait a second.
Mixed with anything, guys. For the 50th time of saying that, I'm not mixed. Black and blacker. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, mind you, the subjects like that makes her uncomfortable. She'll just glaze right over, like, oh, I'm trying to act him. Oh, am I getting back young fan? She sucks. She sucks as an actor. She does not want to give you accurate information, so she stays away from what she is, because she knows it's going to lead back to what I'm saying about them, which they come from certain countries. I don't know how her siblings and her look like, but you could tell she's trying to infiltrate, but she's not a good infiltrator. She's not even a Nipsey and a Kamala. She's not a good infiltrator. She's not a good infiltrator. It's obvious she's mixed, or she's not black like how they say black people are. And I'm sick of her being so weird in her behaviors, and Young Pharaoh saying, oh, because she's black, she's a black woman. Whatever her behavior, so this is my point. I'm going to start acting mad annoying and weird, or just being mad racist, or doing anything, being whatever, and they say, well, I'm a Latina. Because I'm a Latina. Because I'm Hispanic, Spaniard, Latino, or I'm an Arab. I'm Saudi Arabian. So I show my boobs and I show my butt, or I'm gonna argue, I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna stab you because I'm Saudi Arabian. That's what the Saudi Arabian girls do. Wouldn't that irritate Saudi Arabian girls knowing I ain't Saudi Arabian or I ain't Hispanic Spaniard? Wouldn't that bother? Even if I was mixed, I'm still not a representation of what they feel their culture is. So for him to keep saying her being a black girl, and everybody associates black girls with me and other people, and I'm going to show you my point. I love to make points. I love to make them. I love to be on punto. Yeah, let's make my point. Wait a second. Let me make my point here. So we're gonna do we're gonna show you black girls, right? We're gonna give you some black girls. Now, mind you, Toya's what is she? New Orleans. I believe Lil Wayne is mixed with black and African Asiatic, but I believe Toya is from the Americas. She definitely looks like a golden child person. This golden thing that they say. We are like we are. I'm gonna explain the golden child, what that means. But yeah, we are the golden era people. We do create. Anyway. So this one, she's a little bit mixed because her mama is a black woman, but her father is also mixed. But here she is still a black girl, right? So are we looking at the black girls? Are we checking them out? Here goes here goes culprit number 1. Okay, all right. I don't know why she looks naked. This is her choice. I just took a screenshot of her video. I believe she has a shirt on, but it just didn't look like it in here. So did I show you? I'm showing you what it is. Black. Black. She's saying black. Me. Hey y'all. Black. Now, I mean, it don't take a rocket science to see she stands out like a sore thumb. And why can't I see her goddamn picture? They trying to make it shine for some reason. You see everybody else, but you don't see hers. I'm trying to get it in good. For some reason, she's not coming in good. Does she even look golden? Does she even have that golden glow? Do she has the golden glow? Does she has the golden glow? Does she has the golden glow? Am I tweaking? And this is my camera shining. Her skin is very dull. I don't care how much creams and stuff they put on. She's not no black girl. She ain't no black girl. I don't give a fuck what she is. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. We're not saying she's ugly. I just want to make sure when young Pharaoh associates her behavior, it's not going to be on us. It's not going to be on us. All right? All right? All right? And here talk about somebody with weave and this and that. That's black girls. Your girl ain't doing that. So what is she? Okay? And people asking her, what is she? All right? And I don't care what is she. I'm just saying, what irritates me is when she does whatever she does and young Pharaoh talks about her in a negative light, he says black women. And I'd be ready to knock his French North African. He's a French black Asiatic man. He's mixed. You can see in his eyes he has a little bit of Chinese or some type of Asiatic, but you gotta understand that Chinese, when I say African Asiatic, these are not Chinese people. These are the monks in the caves that I told y'all a long time ago, and now young Pharaoh is telling y'all out his mouth. That's what it is. Give me my respect. Give me my respect. Somebody sings Aretha Franklin to me. I want to hear Aretha Franklin. Somebody that know how to sing. I'm gonna get a string yard so I can have people call in and trust me, when people call in, if I ever get a show big enough for people to call in and you don't agree with me, I welcome that. If you have a brain enough to articulate it in a conversational dialogue or a debate dialogue, I will love for you to call and tell me whatever you want, because I know a lot of people probably have things to say about what I say. But if you're gonna be trying to pop junk or something like that, only thing I ask is I'm not gonna let you say much, because I'm gonna want you to show. You're gonna have to do a FaceTime. You're gonna have to be showing your face, and then you can go at it. You can say whatever you want. Like if you think you're gonna be heckling me, long as you show your face, you can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta see your face. If you're not gonna let me see your face, I don't want to hear your drama either. Or if you have an articulate situation that you disagree, you don't have to show your face, but you have to be articulate to explain to me what's the disagreement. And if we could both have a dialogue, we never have to come into an agreement. A dialogue is a dialogue. And I do respect people's opinions and information on anything, because sometimes you can learn a thing or two from people. That's how I get most of my information, is from other people. And the Pan-African, the Buddhism, this and that, I don't study, but I get information out of people orally. I like my information orally more than through the books. Through the books is too orchestrated. Orally will always give you something better. When this guy, Kurt Cass, the guy that's traveling, that YouTube page, he's getting oral information from a lot of people. They said that Cortez came over there. He was in Peru. And they said that Cortez came over there to do all this fighting. He took him to this guy took them to an area where all the bones, the mass graves are in Peru, like mass graves, where they said that these people were sick. They came with the flu or whatever, the Spanish flu. And there was a lot of bones there and everything. You gotta check the channel out. It's very good. And he showed a lot of big mass graves with a bunch of bones or whatever. So you know a lot of people died there. I'm not sure how they died. They're saying flu and stuff. Maybe they are Germans or whatever like that. So when the guy orally told him Cortez came there in the year 611. And I feel like that's crazy. Because it kind of explains the point that I was making when they came in the 400s and the 500s and the 600s, then it was the Dark Ages or whatever. Then boom, we're in the 1800s, the 1600s. I'm telling you, that's when it happened. It went from 611 to 1611 because Columbus and them was saying that they was changing the time zones and they was trying to put it on their time zones. But anyway, that oral information from the guy directly from Peru. It just shows you that these books ain't going to tell you things that are accurate. They're going to tell you the storyline and the narrative before they give you any accurate information. So you just got to take everything in and just hope for the best that you're pinning it all in together correctly. Yeah, so let me just wrap it up with Golden Beauty. I think I made my point that I don't believe she's a black girl. She's very much East. I wanted to show this picture again because I want a good shot of it. It's just sad that it's like flaring. It's just like it's not giving a good shot. You know, I don't know how golden y'all feel this is, but she's not the golden tan people. She's not that what we trying to explain to y'all. She ain't that. So I just don't like the infiltration. And then it's a negative infiltration most of the time when Young Pharaoh says black with the association of the behaviors. And it's like, wow, do we really act like her? No. So I just don't get why she's the poster child. And Young Pharaoh just won't shut up about her being black because he's a Frenchman from Mayotte. And Mayotte is a small little island by Madagascar and stuff like that. Where if you do your research in Mayotte, that island, it's an island where a lot of women come to have their children illegally, and they say thousands a day. Thousands of women come and have their children there illegally a day, and they allow them to come do it because they don't do it in other countries that they're coming from. I think it's like another island right there. It's like a bigger island. They won't let them do it, so they come in by the droves, and then some of them stay there because they don't have no money to get back home, and they're staying in the streets, a bunch of women, and I don't even know where their children go because they're not in the streets with babies. And the government guy tried to come in and tell them like it's not, no one should be living like this and stuff, and all the women were like just standing like where the fuck are we supposed to go or whatever. Now mind you, I feel bad for them, but at the same time you gotta understand why are they having all these, like, who's having all these shit, like what's going on, like why are you doing this? If you know it's going to put you in a homeless situation in the streets where to the point where the government is coming and telling y'all no one should live like, they're living so bad that they're like, no one should live like this. Now, mind you, Young Pharaoh has all these issues with women in his family, this and that. So, and he's from Mayotte, so you got to put the connection. Mayotte did very bad there because the French wanted to take over. They weren't French 100%. They were something else. Because obviously most of those countries, like they're like Spaniard, coming from South America type situation, and then Madagascar, Mayotte, Ethiopia, all that stuff coming from there. It's called Mayotte. The same thing he prays to, say Mayotte this. Now he's talking about the Chinese monks. But I gotta look it up. Let me look it up on Google. And you could look up some YouTube videos. YouTube has so many videos of these countries, and honey, I'm gonna wait to history to go over how poverty. They tried to send us to South Africa, and Kirk Cass go through some of South Africa. I will beat the crap out of anybody that tells me to go back there. They don't have nothing in South Africa. I'd rather go to North Africa where it's more developed than to ever go to South. Some parts of South Africa is downright not developed at all. It's just dirt and doodle hunts. They still live in doodle hunts. Like they're still doing cow dung hunts there, and it's 2020 something. And they're still living in cow dung hunts. So don't ever ask us to go there. I'm not even from there. You want to tell me to go there? Like, no. Get them people out of there and put them in here. And the thing is, I don't want everybody to be here because when they get here, they scam. They just turn into big blue-collar criminals and scammers and try to sell us everything and try to give us drugs and make us losers or try to give us alcohol. Like, don't come here doing that. Come here and get a regular job and shut up and chill. If you're going to come here and just keep trying to jump on people and be weird, I'm telling you, I've noticed a lot of these people, they would not tell you they're a part of these things, but they are very much a part of these things, acting like they're your friend, and then they ask you for your IDs. They try to sell you something for $2, that's for $20. They try to do these are these African Asiatics, these people that's come from different countries, and they come in here to make money. They come here with these agendas, and it's like, okay, we know you're coming from nothing, and you gotta come here and do whatever you're doing. But just be a regular person. Like, we're from here, and we're not doing that kind of stuff. So what is going on? Like, yes, you want to be successful, but you can't be successful by selling children and doing all these insurance scams. And, like, let's be honest. Like, young Pharaoh didn't go to Miami. He thought it was a setup. That he goes to Miami because he had to go to Miami. That's the headquarters to whoever he's in business with. And he's, like, coming back like, yeah, we getting this money. From what? What are you getting money from? What are you selling? And what did you do in Miami? What kind of business? What is going on? What happened there? You know a lot of sex trades happen in Miami. I told you, if you look at my YouTube from when I first started, I told you I had a story about Florida. I went to Fort Myers, and that's a part of some of the stuff that I said where it was a girl, she was a runaway. I didn't know she was a 16-year-old runaway. I don't know what happened. I can't even explain to you what happened. I was told that it was just a trip. I just wanted to get a ride out to Florida. She said her uncle was having a nightclub, and they just wanted some New York girls to pop out, look good and come pop out. And, I'm like 18, 19. Everything is young, okay, y'all? So, because they're not, like, even if I'm this age, they're looking for young people. They want you to be naive. They want you to be slow. They want you to be confused. They got older people trying to, to be older. When I get there, it's grown men. Okay? It was a bad day. That was 24 hours of terribleness in Fort Myers. And I'm not going to tell that story. it wasn't that bad because I'm a genius. And I got out of it with my friend. But we went into a bad situation. I found after we got out of that situation where they kicked us out and tried to keep our shit, which wasn't happening because I had Burberry swimsuits in there from Bloomingdale's. Like, that's when Jay-Z was like, oh, I only wear Burberry swim. Like, I used to be into that materialistic. I got like $30,000 worth of stupid crap that I would like to take back to the stores and get my money back, but they're not doing that. But yeah, I wanted my stuff. So they wasn't gonna kick me out, or because, like, I'm telling you, it was nasty. And then when I met another girl in the parking lot that they kicked us out in, I'm like, yo, like, you couldn't call 911. There wasn't no 911 out there. Like, I'm like, how do you call 911 in Florida? And I got a New York phone. So I had to talk to some girl in the parking lot, and she was a cute, pretty girl. Turned out to be some stripper girl. And she tried to sell us, yo. And God knows, it's God, man. When we got out of there, when we got out of what she put us in, I thought she was going to put us to a train station or a flight. And we turned in to go into some trap spot. And she said, oh, I'll be right back. And tried to leave us there. I figured that out an hour into it. I was like, son, this thing ain't right. She ain't come back yet. Then it got crazy in the trap house. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, he punched this white boy out. They was cooking crack. I was like, I'm calling the cops. And when I said that, everybody in the trap house wanted to do something to me. And I was like, just let me and my friend go. They walked us up the block and the rollers came. And I think at the rollers, they called them rollers out there. They was all smoking woolies. When we first got out there, they was like, oh, I was like, yo, where's that? And they was like, oh, you want some of this? And I'm like, what is that? I don't smoke stuff that's rolled up already. And he was like, oh, it's just weed and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what is that? Like, whatever they called it. And he was like, oh, you don't know what that is? They woolies. Like, and I was like, woolies? Like, I think that's crack mixed with weed, right? And he was like, yeah. Like it ain't nothing. And I'm like, nah, that's something, nigga. I don't smoke no crack or nothing like that. Like, I ain't with it. Like, I barely smoke weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I smoked a lot. But, like, anyway, this stuff that they're giving out now with Scooby snacks on it and these cartoon characters, I don't trust it. I want some regular yard weed. But anyway, so since I can't get that, I'm just chilling off of all of this until I can figure out what's what, because they're trying to kill us. Anyway, so yeah, that was a bad story. I don't want to talk about that Florida story. Just know I got out of everything, and then I ran back into that girl. that I met in the parking lot. She was driving. I mean, when the rollers, if it wasn't for the rollers, I think these niggas were trying. I don't know what was gonna happen, but the rollers came and they dipped off, and I was like, thank God. So we cut through the grass. Me and my homegirl cut through the grass. And I'm like, yo, and then I see somebody. I'm like, yo, ain't that Tiny? The girl that we saw. I ran to the car. And like, mind you, we in the South or something, so I had to do a nice sprint. And she saw somebody running. Was like, and I was like, where? And I got into. I was like, girl. Do you know you dropped us off at? And she was like, oh no, I was coming back to get y'all. Like, I don't think she was coming back to get us because we was walking for a minute and we ran into her. I think she was just from the neighborhood. She said that was her ex-boyfriend and she was just gonna do something and come get us real quick to take us to the train station because of some other situation that we was in. But anyway, that's a long story. It's a 24-hour long ass story. Just know it ended well, but it wasn't a great end. Like, anyway, it was just we had to take the bus because my friend spent all her money up. I had enough money to take a flight, but I took it and took a Greyhound because that's for us, you know, and we had no food. We had to ask the bus driver. It was like an 8-hour tour. We had to ask the bus driver. I was so hungry. I was like, I cannot just stay here like this. He was nice and he gave us $10 and we had got a burger. Anyway, we shouldn't have been in that situation. Like, we bums. We always had money. It was just that they thought they was sex trafficking us unbeknownst to us without telling us. And some people think that you're just a loser person, but they told us this. Do it anyway. And my homegirl that I went through this with my homegirl and she knew the girl. So my homegirl was looking for that girl and I think she found her. I don't know, but that's why I wasn't mad at my friend because my friend was not into it and she made sure that girl paid the piper. She put her hands and feet on that girl. She tried to find her. She was a bartender and she quit that job. I forget what these clubs is called in the city in Manhattan. They all changed. I'm not gonna remember. It had a lot of steps. Anyway, she used to bartend in there in Manhattan, and then she quit that job. And my friend, she clubbed a lot, and she saw this girl in a bartender in another club, and that's where she got her ass caught up at. But anyway, because the girl knew what was going on. I don't know. How could you not know that your uncle was weird like that? And they tried to violate us because like we don't play. Girls from New York don't play. If anybody think they like from New York, if you think you're gonna pimp a girl from New York or something like that, you bugging. Girls from New York pimp their own poo, okay? Not letting nobody pimp them. Like, I don't know who's letting. You might as well find something worse or ugly or like a cokehead. I don't know who you gonna find in New York that's gonna let you help that. She gonna share her winnings with you, but it ain't really gonna happen in New York. So I don't know why he told her to bring her New York friends, cause he wasn't ready for us. Anyway, and that's a long story because it's a long story to that, but I'm not gonna go into it. Anyway, I want to just end this now because I lost my train of thought because of all these flashbacks and while I'm up here like all them celebrities. Look at Jaheim in trouble. I met Jaheim before. He stinked. He smelled like doo-doo. And it's a long story about Jaheim too. He's a bum. He tried to. I'm not gonna talk about these people, but no, he's a loser. And yeah, anyway, he's in saying that he was fighting dogs or something like that. I thought he was gonna be in the news for something else. Okay, the way he tried to scam me and my friend, I was like, he must be out his goddamn mind, and he was. And look how he turned out to be mad skinny and stuff. Hey, this is Jaheim before he got skinny when we met him. Okay, we met him on a Brooklyn Bridge. We was driving, and he saw my friend and. You know, that was a long story of a scam. He's a loser, okay? He smelled like doo-doo. Hygiene was bad. All these celebrities don't want to hear nobody else's music. Every celebrity I ever hung out with, they only played their music. They played their whole albums. I'll tell you this thing about Jaheim, right? He was in the back seat. He jumped in our car, mad thirsty, like, oh, make sure we following him or whatever. I don't know, whatever. He wasn't my friend. So it wasn't even like he was for me. But he jumps in the back seat with us to follow them to the boondocks for no reason. But anyway, we're not even gonna get into that. I was like, I'm tired of listening to his music, right? So I tried to turn the thing and Ray J was on, and I'm like, oh, that's my song. It was like Sexy Can I or something, and he went in on Ray J. Now I don't know what kind of beef him and Ray J got. He probably don't even know Ray J like that. I don't know. Maybe Whitney Houston took Jaheim's crack or something allegedly, and Ray J punched him in the face for it. I don't know, but he don't like Ray J. He was like, turn him on down. He was popping mad junk by Ray J in the back seat. And I turned it off whatever because it was weird. The energy was weird. Like he done sat up like, oh, turn that nigga off, whatever. Wow, that pump, that about Ray J. So I was like, okay, and this ain't just Jaheim. This is a lot of celebrities They don't listen to nobody else. If they do listen to other people's music, they don't do it in front of. They ain't do it in front of me. Like, well, they don't do it in front of people. They just want. I guess they want to see your reaction off their whole album. And the reaction to everybody that did that to me, I used to say, "Can I turn this?" So I know that they ain't happy because every song on your album ain't hitting. It usually just be 2 or 3 songs, and they tweaking, thinking somebody gonna listen to the whole 12 tracks. But anyway, yeah. So I don't like these people. They're very nasty. Some of them they could be nice, but it's not nice in a way where you think it's nice. Like, thank you for not violating, cause y'all things turned bad and. Thank God I didn't end up dead because y'all think y'all celebrities and you just letting me go. Thank you. Like, they want us to do that. Like, thank you for let me let you go for not, and I'm not doing nothing to you. And you could be in a ditch. You know, like what the DJ that I talked about in my last live told me, which I gave you a hint, but you already know I don't care. It was K-Slick, DJ K-Slick. He know what he says to me. He's a disrespectful loser. I ain't gonna go in it because he's a Leo. I was like, oh my God, he's a Leo, August Leo. So I'm just gonna leave it alone because they petty. He was petty. And if it wasn't for somebody, the other person that was there, he was so desperate to do something to me. I was just like, what? Like, threatening. Like, it was just sad. Yeah, so I'm not here to blow nobody up or talk about anybody. I just had bad experiences with a lot of them. And it's not by accident. It's because they really think we're no fucking bodies and stuff like that. And then when you get next to them, they look so regular in real life. They look like some of them are very short people. But if they're not short, it's like a lot where you're just like, once you see them in person, it's like, bruh, I'm not gonna treat you how you think you should. Like, I don't know what you think you should be treated like. And the fact that they think they should be treated like something, and if they don't get treated like it's issues, and it's like, well, what's the issue? Because I can fight. But anyway, and they be ready. They don't be wanting to fight. They be wanting to do stuff. Like, the threats. You see what I'm saying? You know what a threat is. It's not like they want to fight. They threat, and the things they're saying is like, it's like, you're gonna go to jail, brother. But nothing happened. So why would I? Nothing happened because if everybody, tell you the truth, if everybody wanted something to happen, they could have, but everybody wasn't on the same page as some of these people. Some of these people go too hard. Anyway, because they really, these celebrities are already like this. They're this. They're this, man. They're fucking this. They're this. Whatever this is. It's this. This is dumb. This is dumb. This is why he talked to me like that. This is why they behave this way. They're from the motherland. Okay? They're from the motherland with them dresses on. They're going full speed ahead with the transgender. Full speed ahead. It's not about gays or lesbians. Thank you. And shout out to Bust Account. I'm glad that you're here. Everybody that's here right now, thank you, because without at least 2 viewers, I don't think I'd be up here for so long, When I first started out, I used to have like 8 or 9 people, and I don't know where they came from, and I was just so excited. Like, I thought that was a big deal. I was looking like, wow, like 9 people that I don't know from a hole in the wall is watching, so I just am happy for any group of people that come this way and stick with me, and also have an understanding of what I'm trying to do here. And it's not for fun. I don't look for a compensation of it. I did monetize because I feel like, I don't know what's the problem with monetization. People be saying like, I'm not gonna monetize. You should, because we working for YouTube for free. And monetization, tell you the truth, you're not gonna make no money unless you have like big view, like thousands and thousands of views. Like if you get in the 10s and 20s, you're not gonna really make no money. I think you gotta make at least $100 for you to cash out. So if you're not getting that amount of views, the money that you kind of revenue from YouTube, it goes to YouTube. Everything that I revenue for YouTube with my monetization, it goes to YouTube because I don't hit the quota for it to cash out in the account. So, but the thing is, I feel like you should monetize because you're working for YouTube, and YouTube should be paying you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be asking your viewers to pay you because YouTube is making money. YouTube should be compensating you, which they do if you're monetized. So be monetized because you're working for YouTube, and YouTube is making money off you. So YouTube only has the right to also give you a cut of what they're already making off you, whether you monetize or not. You see what I'm saying? You're still signing up contract with YouTube, and you're working for them. That's why I have to watch what I say, because I actually work for YouTube in a sense. If I don't watch what I say, YouTube would say, hey, I'm canceling the contract. You no longer work here. You see what I'm saying? In a weird way. People rely on their cash up, and shout out to anybody that ever sent me anything. I do appreciate it, because if you want to give me something, then give me or whatever. I don't want to not, because I do give people as well. I give people because I want them to continue on with the show. I give people because I want them to make their show better. Usually it will go towards the show and things like that. But anyway, that's just I'm just overlapping as usual. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into a lot with my new history channel. With my history lessons with the urban, like the definition of urban, and all these things about black people and how great, and they try to turn urban into like a bad thing, when urban really stands for a very good thing. I'm gonna get into all of that. I just wanted to show you also Erica Mena, like she was trying to pretend she was breaking up. They're so weird. They're so weird. She was never breaking up with nobody. This is the skits they do is all fake. That's why Young Pharaoh said it, like he was giving y'all a reality show, because he know that the reality shows are fake, but they make a lot of views, and that's why he was like, reality, yeah, because as you can see, like they at first him was arguing over her, but you see they're fine and dandy right here. He has his hand over his shoulder. Like, you don't have to have beef with somebody forever, but y'all did a whole season of acting like y'all was trying to fight each other so bad, and the security couldn't, and the security was just keeping you guys apart, and now you got your arm around him. You know, it's just, I mean, come on, let's just be honest. It's just scams, because he act like it was so emotional for them. But yet here you are. You know, I don't even have to be emotionally attached to somebody that, like, they claim they were, and I would never be somebody's friend like this. Like, I'd be like, no, bro, like, fuck you, bro, you got my girl, or whatever, you know. My history is going to be going into the mermaids from Alaska. We're going to be going into South America, and we're going to talk about these merchants and these mermaid people that are from South America or Central America and Alaska. We're gonna, as you can see, that you would think she has these twins that's popular on YouTube. She has twins, girls, but you see with the mermaid dress. I don't want to say that these people are selling their children to the industry, but I think that's exactly what's going on, obviously. And they always have mixed children and things like that to infiltrate, because they know that they are most likely are going to be on TV mainly. And also, as you can see, she's Nigerian. So I just don't want people to think that I'm just like bothering people for no reason. Nigeria Legos and things like that, they're definitely doing black witchcraft and things like that, and voodoo, all this stuff. Haiti, people got to understand that Haiti is never going to have a nice place to stay, because they live on the parts of the lands that are not livable. For what I think is, and if you ask me, I think it's by choice. They choose to live on marsh land, which is land that's like wet, you know, that they have to build on, like Florida, swampy lands. And they also live on mountain lands, like mountain lands, which in Haiti, if you look at the map, DR does not go through the same thing that Haiti goes through at all. So you have to have a brain to say, why would Haiti always go through this? Like, they're cursed. No, they're not cursed. That land always was prone to earthquakes and things like that. That's why the people that's native to that land, the Dominicans and stuff, they don't live there. They live in the part of land that is livable. So when you come and you immigrate, you're not migrating, but you're immigrating somewhere, you're going to have to pick the land that you could fit on you and your people, and you're gonna build more people. So they need to be on a part of the land that their people could build on. The Dominican people are not gonna share their land with them, because this is where they live. So where are you going to go? Just like with Mexico, when they told the people that was coming from the Bering Straits to go to the back, like, yo, bro, find somewhere back there. You cannot pile up on us. So with the Haitians, they were, you know, North French, you know, the so-called, they're not African. These are people from North America that's coming, you know, from Greenland, Iceland. This is Dutchmen. And they could be by the Canadas as well. These are red, brown, mahogany men that turn into Jamaicans, that turn into this, that turns into that, because they do intermix with the Asians, which makes them African Asiatic, but I don't know why they consider themselves African. I think they consider themselves African because it's a skull that's called Africanus or something like that. it's an actual bone structure or something. So I guess they take it as their Afrikaanish person, and then they turn that into an actual name for a country for whatever reason, because Africa was never known as Africa. It was known as like Kush and this and that. And Kush and all that is somewhat related to South America, Brazil. And I know people are not going to understand that, but I don't care. I'll get into the history lessons of that information, but I just don't want people to think I'm just picking on them because they're all a part of it. Like the sex trade, whatever these trades are, whatever kind of, this is human flesh selling, this is children exploitation when you put them on TV, all kinds of stuff. Like with the Dr. Umar marriage, they had like some little girl there. If you watch the whole footage, it's like they're mind effing the little girl to stand in front of this grown man and his two women. Like, what did she have to take the picture in front of them for? Like, why was she there? It seemed like that was the third wife, if you ask me, because she was taking, like, it was weird. And then they're like, oh no, she's the flower girl. The flower girl went backwards and then went back up. It was stupid, okay? Dr. Umar was all over the place. His shirt was disheveled out of his pants. I mean, come on, he decided to do drugs that day, obviously, because he was all disheveled. The women that was there, mind control. They were just laughing through the whole time. That's all they were doing. They didn't even freaking talk, I don't think. I don't think they said a word. So you see what kind of community they are in. You see what kind of situation they are a part of. Dr. Umar, I think it's gorgeous to be a part of it. These men are weirdos. Like, they think they're like living good, you know? And I feel bad for the women. I don't know why they want to be under a man. Like, do y'all really want to be so you don't have to have a man like that. It's plenty of decent guys that will have you to stay home, whatever. But you know, it's the culture. It's their culture, and that's the sad thing about it. And it's like you would think, oh, we feel bad for them, but they don't feel bad for themselves. You see, with Golden Beauty, there's no remorse. There's no remorse of her scamming. She said y'all forced her into shit, and she didn't ask y'all. No remorse. So we should not feel bad for them. This is what they chose. This is what they want to do. This is their religion. Her mother dropped her off.
You really think she could shoot a Smith & Wesson?
Okay, so right here she says this is the part where I wanted to show like crucial points of her scams. Somebody said, well, what happened to the money that we sent you? You had a GoFundMe. And she was like, well, I just took the money that I needed to pay my bills. And then I took the GoFundMe off. I didn't just keep collecting. Like, that was a good thing. Like, she had an attitude telling us this too, which killed me. It killed me. I was like, you got an attitude about taking down the GoFundMe when you got enough money out of it? I don't know. But anyway, so somebody was like, well, I thought you was going to buy a gun. And she was like, well, everybody didn't donate to that. But I'm going to show y'all anyway that I bought it just to show y'all, right? But anyway, watch this.
Excuses. Excuse number 2.
I said excuses. Yeah, she was full of excuses here. Oh, my God.
The truth.
Why is the video not showing?
The excuse.
Her videos are weird. Like, I could show you everybody's videos except hers is not coming out for some reason.
I would say at least like 5 people donated towards the gun. One male
Give their money back.
He actually paid for the gun.
Yeah. And
Fully.
you're back with your man. You don't need it.
I instantly took off.
I said she back with her man. She don't need it. The thing of why I'm saying for her to give the money back and stuff like that is because people actually wanted to support her freedom from what she was complaining about, and it's like a cry wolf situation, because it's people that probably actually are in these situations that felt like, girl, I want to help you because I had, and she's not in that situation. Or it's people that will probably be or could be in that situation where people be like, you know what, I'm not donating because I donated to Young Beauty and I said Young Beauty, Golden Beauty, I mean Cinnamon Toast Beauty. I donated to her and she didn't, follow through. She never left Young Pharaoh. As I told you, I believe that they sit around and chill together and plan the fake fights, like with Starbucks coffee, if you ask me, or wine in their case, sitting around the pool with wine and, oh, what we're gonna pretend we're gonna, what do you think we should do? Like, this is literally how they're doing it. And then boom, you see all the stuff they show you on tape, like they're fighting, but you're not seeing them chilling together, drinking wine and doing massages, figuring out the scams that they're gonna do because she needed to pay her bills. She needed to buy her car, a new car that they said was the same car. But you gotta understand that young Pharaoh was getting kicked out of banks and denied of things because he cannot show how he's making this money cleanly. He's saying he's making $150,000 a month and bragging about being a millionaire. So if he is in fact in those situations and you never really left him at all, why would you need any support at all? Because young Pharaoh could afford your life. He can afford you and he can afford her. You don't need no support if you're still in the whims of him. And the lame excuses she gave was that they could take children away. I never seen the Lord take children away from women ever in my life. Even crackheads get to have their children to an extent if the man ain't on something as well. You see what I'm saying? Because if the girl is on something, usually the man on something too. And they usually stay with the mother or whatever. Or they probably take away if they're doing really bad off. But I never seen the woman lose. I don't care if the man is rich or not. They're never, with all the evidence she could have created, it was just a terrible excuse of instead of just coming clean and saying, hey, we're just scamming people. We needed some extra money for both pages. And we knew that we were going to get views on both pages if we brought these kind of drama scenes up. So what I advise you guys to do is to cancel these people. Even if you go up there and pop junk, it's still a view. That's all they care about is the view. So if you think you're popping junk, they're gonna be like, thank you for popping junk, thank you for this, thank you for that, because it's the view that they wanted from you. Whether it was a good view or a bad view, the view is what's getting them paid. So let's get back into her scamming people for this gun, okay?
I have no reason to lie.
She said she had no reason to lie, right? But she's lying right now.
Like I said, I don't have no reason to lie. Here's the gun.
No gun, just a box.
Won't show us either. Just the box.
Anything else you guys want to see that I said?
She said, you guys want to see the box, we want to see the gun. But mind you, let's peep game. Let's peep game. Let's peep game.
Wow.
Let's peep game.
Won't show us.
Let's peep game. You think Golden Beauty could shoot off a Smith & Wesson? You telling me Golden Beauty took that money, all this money, this money that she's saying, and she bought a Smith & Wesson? That's what she bought? She bought a Smith & Wesson? And she knows how to shoot it? People, I know you got it there. I know it's there, y'all. It's obvious that gun was already probably there for the home already, okay? Probably young Pharaoh or the bodyguard probably bought a Smith & Wesson for the house. She's not going to purchase a Smith & Wesson for herself at the moment when she got that money, as she said. She probably knew she already had a gun and she's showing y'all a box or whatever. Even if it was a gun in there, that's not something that was recently purchased by her, because usually girls will buy something that they can handle. Like a 2.5 or something pretty. She's buying a grown man 9. She's not shooting no 9. She had to take some type of classes if she's shooting 9s off and thinking she's really going to hit something. People could shoot a 9 off, but you feel like you're going to really be good at. You want to have a gun that you're going to be able to protect yourself, not to scare somebody off. Like, oh, I'm going to scare you with this 9. You can scare somebody with a 9, but when it's time to use it, are you going to be able to really get somebody? Like, so I'm pretty sure you'd rather use or buy something that you can handle to make sure you're going to get that job done. That's just my opinion. So I just feel like they just can't. She's like, oh, just to show you I'm not lying. It's like, damn, she just can't stop. She's worse than young Pharaoh, if you ask me, because at least young Pharaoh just like, and just saying all the truth now. He's talking about he's dealing with the Chinese people. He's following his monks and the African Asiatic monks, the first Chinese people I told y'all, the original cavemen from South America. Yeah, that's all I really got on these scammers. I'm thirsty. My mouth, I can't stop licking my lips because it's like, let me before I go, let me just try to fix it up a little bit, because this don't make no sense. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't like to leave because I feel like when people leave, I'll be like, that's so freaking rude. So anyway, but that feels better. Like, it was getting bad. Yeah, so I'm not gonna stay because I refreshed my list. I'm not gonna stay, but I'm definitely happy that I got this off my chest. I feel better now that most of the predictions that I was saying, like all that rambling I did, it pays off because they definitely just come right out of nowhere and just show you exactly that I was not lying and I don't gotta lie about these people. Um, One day I'll get into the signs because I know I briefly was talking about the Aries with Set and Osiris, where Set is the January Capricorn and Osiris is the Aries, and you see they were like button heads in a way, where Osiris had his people and Set had his six and he had his six or whatever, or his five and his five, which makes the 12 six signs or whatever. So I'll get into the head button of the January Capricorn and the that what is it, April Aries. I don't know what the Aries is. What is it, April or something? Tell you the truth, and no shade to the Aries because it's like I don't know why they make it seem like we have like a head butting. I think because they're very both like the Aries sign, they try to connect it to God somewhat, like God is the Aries, the Ram, whatever. And Set is like the guy that wanted to be the head person in charge as well. Yeah, March. Okay, thank you for that. Angel has said shout out to you for helping me. So March and April. Okay. I'm thinking it's the April Aries. I tell you, it's to be specific. It is the months because they split the months for a reason because they want you to see the duality in the same signs where they have the same personality but they utilize the traits differently. So the same traits but being used differently. And I would get into that during my history. I really don't want to get into that because you'll be here for history. Ain't no joke. You saw I was here for 4 hours last time. I will try to figure out a way to shorten my videos. I did not plan on it being that long. I did want to go over Cardi B too. With this picture too, like you see how people was like, oh look, they were saying like who you think she looks like, the little girl. They was like who you think she looks like, right? And then everybody in the comments was like, now that they really look, they like she looked like herself. She got her own look. Like almost everybody. Some people were saying Kylie. Some people were saying him. But they was like, now that we really look at it, she don't look like neither of them. And I'm telling you, she don't look like neither of them. And I'm going to tell you what they're doing, man. I figured it out. They're called carbon copies. Carbon copies. It's a CC. It's called CC. It's called CC carbon copies. Come on, it look blurry. Okay, I don't know if you can see the definition. Like if you can see, it's called CC, which is 33, if everybody knows, and it's a carbon copy. Carbon copy. I saw something recently where they were like, oh, what you call look just like they look just like this right here. They were saying Omar Epps' child, daughter looks just like him and the son looks just like her, and they said at the captations it says Omar Epps' son and looks like him and the daughter looks like her, and they are carbon copies of their parents. Many fans could go over similarities between the children and their and they say that they're identical. So you gotta understand when they put stuff in the media, it's always like Blue's Clues. Peace out to him. Pretty sure he's a pedophile in my opinion. But with the blues, that anything blue collar, blue this, blue that, that's South America, jet blue. The Taliban man, the rubber band man's bound like the Taliban. Okay, the Iranians that came to California, the goddamn gypsies. That's exactly what Golden Beauty is, a gypsy. She won't tell you she's a gypsy. She's ashamed of it for some reason. I don't know what she's ashamed of it for. It doesn't matter to me. We just tired of y'all scamming. You can't scam no more. We're gonna blow you up. That's it. We're tired of you. Point them out. Right? Yeah. So the carbon copy the carbon copies of them. So I feel like they put that in the media. Have I read the book of formations? No, but I will be Googling it to see what it means. And, you know, I'm the type of person, I got time for everything. Okay? Okay, the book formation, it seems like it's about Nigeria. The making of Nigeria from jihad to, yeah, see, and I'm not shocked that Nigeria is a part of it. Do you see what I'm saying? But I will look into that. I will look into the captation. I might not read the book, but I will look into the back, you know, the summary of it and see what that is. Thanks for pointing it out. Hopefully it's something that I can look into. Yeah, a lot of these books, like what you're suggesting, most likely, or what Young Pharaoh reads, it won't be found online and things like that. You will have to probably go through Amazon or get things overseas, because a lot of these ideologies are from overseas and from the other side, the other world. So yeah, that's where, like, with Pan-Africanism, Buddhism, you're not going to really hear much of that religion here, even though it's very much here. The Muslims, the Buddhists, it's very much, the presence is here, but they're not in the correct land. They're not in the correct land, so they try to be as loud as they can, but they're not in the correct land with it. So they can't really get too wild, but they want to get as wild as they can. But, you know, and then we got the Freemasons, which is them Chinese people. I don't know. It's a lot to... all of them are scammers. All of them are just busting in over here and just taking us for granted, taking us for all we got, and trying to make it seem like we're losers and we're bums because we don't move like that. And I suggest people not to move like that, because usually they take each other down. It seems like they let them do crimes and then they take them down for the crime, like Martha Stewart or something. It's like you're letting her do the crime, but then you're taking her down for the crime, and then she come back out and live good still. Like, I'm confused on how. That's why we want them to go back to Germany and Italy and Alaska. You could take Alaska, you could shove Alaska back if that's where all y'all was crawling out from, and all that other stuff. But anyway, in South America, the South American people want to start like, y'all can just stay back there. Like, y'all from America, we ain't kicking you out. The Dutch people from Greenland, we're not kicking you out. You can stay in Canada. Don't come the fuck over. Like, leave us to the Turtle Island area, and that's it. And get out of, you know, I can't speak for Texas and California and stuff because it's mixed. It's the borderline. So good luck to y'all out there. And for us too, it's like the borderlines up by upstate. You know, it's nasty in New York, but you know, a lot of people from New York, like where I'm from, is genuine people. I don't see too much of the corruption that probably happens in like Manhattan and Queens and the Bronx, where they flooded at. Everywhere where it floods at is where most of them immigrants is from. And I'm telling you, I don't think it's by mistake. They are in control of that weather, because they are literally flooding out their own people. Like, they know who they're flooding out. But most of those people own their homes and stuff like that. It's like they want them to move so they can reset. You know how they do. This is what they do. They flooded out that Lake Lanier. That's how they do it. They'll flood you out. And you see, it wasn't from rain. I don't know how they made that big pond. They brought the water up. They do that rain dance. And you know who does the rain dance? That's that's the Mexicans, the Aztecs, the Indians. That's the Indians doing them dances, and the Indians and them are mixed with South American, Central America. Like, they're so hand in hand. They were fighting each other, but they also are in somewhat, you know, in a way they all mixed up over there. You know, with the Panamanians, you know, and then it comes into Central Mexico, and then it's like Mexicans. So you know, they all like intermixing over here. But they are the ones that do the rain dances, and they're the ones that's bringing the pain. They're the ones flooding us with coke. They're the ones that are the merchants. They're the ones doing all this merchandise selling. The other day I was talking about how I had bought that fake Prada hat. I don't suggest people to buy fake name brand. I prefer people not to buy name brand, fake or real, period, because it supports the same people that I'm telling you try not to support, which is China and stuff like that. All of this comes from China. But if you have a brain, you have to understand that the fake name brand, like that bucket hat, will be no different from the real bucket hat that costs $300 that I paid $30 for. Now, mind you, that fake bucket hat costs $30 because if it was not a fake knockoff product thing, it would be like $5. But because it is a knockoff of the Prada hat, it's a little bit more expensive because it is coming from the same people. That fake Prada hat and that real Prada hat is being made by the same people. The only difference of the Prada hat is that the material for the real Prada hat will be probably made in a better material. The stitching will be made in a better stitching, and then the Prada sign will have like real sterling silver in it. My fake Prada hat, I can show you the fake Prada hat. Okay, right, this will be it. So, the fake Prada hat, right? Mind you, the only thing that will be different with the real Prada hats is that this piece is right here. It's not real silver. It's like very flimsy. You can already see that the stitching is kind of coming up right here. So you can already see the stitching is kind of pulling up, and then you also see that this piece is right here is like a fake silver, right? It's not no real silver, but like with a real bag, the material, the stitching will never really go bad, and then they'll give you some real leather, and you know, the buckles and things will be a better. It'll be a better, you know, this is more real metal compared to the fake metal. But nonetheless, whether it's real or fake, trust and believe is being made by the same Chinese people. Please don't think people from England or London is making this on all that coke. They are not making anything. They were giving the Europa the clothing district, but they're not making the clothes. It's these Chinese people. It's these they are the ones that are making all this stuff. So when you're buying the fake stuff, you're still supporting these Chinese people, but at least you're not giving them $300, $200 something for something that literally I feel like ain't worth it. I just feel like it ain't worth it. I mean, I don't recommend this because you're still supporting them, but I don't recommend the real stuff either because they're ripoffs. But you know, I'm just saying that you gotta understand, like, it any kind of a scam. Like, just because you're using a little bit of a better material, it's no difference in them. It's no difference, you know, in these things. It's no difference. No difference. Except, like I said, if you want better pieces. And on top of that, I think it comes in baby pink. It's not really a hot pink. So I don't think Prada sells hot pink ones. I think they sell baby pink ones. I'm not sure. I never looked it up. I just was looking for a pink bucket hat, and I just so happened to be around an area where they was you really can't find it. This is illegal to do, and that's why it's illegal to do, because they know ain't really no difference. Ain't really no difference. There's the same people scrunching this up in the sweatshops. So I just want y'all to know these scams. They're not scamming me no more out of thousands. I got glasses and all kinds of stuff that I can show y'all. I tried to sell some of my Louboutins on eBay, and that did not go well. Then eBay makes you list stuff as like an auction, and that auction did not go well. I paid $1,600 for some black booty Louboutins, and they sold for $150, and I couldn't even tell them. I had went and gave on the girl the shoes, or whoever bought them. But I thought that was a highway ripoff, and I would never, I don't want this stuff no more, but I want my money back. And you can at least try to, and then I tried to do consignment. They tried to rip me off and all kinds of stuff to try to get rid of this crap that they can have it. And, cause I don't, like I don't wear it. Like some of the stuff that I got, it was like for a birthday or something, and then you really don't, I don't really find myself wearing that kind of stuff every day. People that got expensive shoes, like, you don't wear that stuff every day. So it's like, you're doing it to show that you have money. But, I prefer to do other things now than than materialistic stuff. I prefer to do creative things, and I spend my money on machineries and things that I could do on my own stuff. Where like if I want to do my nails, I get my nails done. Sometimes I got all the utensils, like I got all the machineries to do my nails, my hair, I got all the machineries. With my clothing, I got all the machineries, like so and so. You know, I started to invest in those things now instead of actually just buying stuff from the consumer, things like that. But sometimes I do consumer as well, because it takes time to do your own stuff, and sometimes you just want to hurry up and do things. So I do both, but you know, I try to get out of the consumer world and be more of a creator. I don't like to be a buyer, and I don't really want to be a seller either, because I feel like they're all scams. I just do things for self and just take care of myself. And if I can do things for people, and you know, we do little things, or they want to come and use some stuff, I let them use things, and that's it. But anyway, that's what I really have today, because I kind of got off topic. I don't even know where I was at as far as talking about people. I just wanted to make sure I got that Young Pharaoh stuff out in that gate, the transgender agenda with the men having babies. I just wanted to show y'all how weird things is getting. That I told you that's what they're trying to do, push this transgender. As you can see with the guy, Kevin Gates, he broke up with his girlfriend. He's dating Rennie now or something like that. So you can see how scamish this stuff is, because he's supposed to be so in love with Drake. And that's what I'm telling you. They give you these images, make you like these weird characters, and these characters are just following scripts. They don't care about Drake. He don't care about Rena. He's a female himself, in my opinion. Okay, look at this girl. Look, everybody's like, oh, she's Beyonce, da da da. You sure this is a girl? Look how elongated this, and then they always pull it all the way up to the navel, like they pull it all the way up like she an older lady. She's a young girl. She don't need all this all the way up here. And then look how long this looks like this looks very, bro, like it don't look girl. It don't look like a girl. And then look at her. They make it seem like she's so thick, but she got no hips. No hips. So where's her butt and stuff coming from? Now, mind you, I think people could have a butt and hip. I don't know. She just don't have no hips, right? So I just feel like it's something screaming boy. And then she does have the straight across cavity. I showed you this already on both of them. They have the straight across. Okay? And then even her sister. I don't know. I think they just give them fake boobs, and y'all think, oh, because she got boobs, they're real. These are not real boobs, I don't think. I think they give them boob jobs at a very young age. And hers go straight across as well. So, you know, I just want to just make sure that you know that, you know, they're like, oh, she's doing her solo thing. No, they're pushing these people on top of us. They were always going to put her in a dualism role of her being a good girl in Disney, and then they turn into sex slaves. They always were sex slaves even when they were doing the Disney stuff, okay? In my opinion. I know these kids be smoking cigarettes on their lunch break, okay? They be 5 years old, like, you know, and they get back to work, you know? These people believe in letting these children work. In history, they had to make child labor laws. Because the people that was coming over here, the Germans, the Jews, whoever these people were coming through the Coney Island, jumping off the boat, and y'all thinking they just chilling and having a good time. No, they were illegally coming in here off the boat. It was no dock. You can't make a big boat come to let them off easy. So they had to jump out mid-water and come illegally to Coney Island, Mermaid Avenue. I just was in Coney Island, and oh my God, it's so symbolism. There's so much symbolism there. It's not even funny. I feel like it was an evil place to be, and I had such a great time in Coney Island. It's such a nice place to be. It's fun, but symbolism all over the place. It was definitely somewhere that they were. I just don't like being places that I feel like they come and they just took over and they did weird things. They do a lot of weird things, ripping a lot of things down. All this stuff was already there. And they never said how none of this stuff gets created. Anyway, so they were jumping off the boat, coming in illegally to Coney Island. They was jumping off. They could jump off wherever they could, get to any port they could. And, you know, people act like they don't get. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what the hell I was saying about them. But you see what I'm saying. They're just criminals. They're professional thieves. like a Latin. They cut their hands off over there when they steal stuff. You know, they're professional thieves over there. Oh yeah, with one more thing, with Aaliyah. This is very creepy. They got like mad like candles with Aaliyah face on the candles. And they was like doing like some type of seance for her on 9/11. And I already told you, me and Aaliyah shares the same birthday. It's 1/16. And I already explained to you like Torah reading, like backwards, Torah, pig lantern, not the Latin people, but the pig lanterns. You know what pig lanterns are? You know who they are, right? You know who the pig lanterns are, right? Yeah. You know who the pig lantern people are, right? They're not the Jews. Some of the Jews used to have fat noses. The ones that was originally coming over to America and went through California they used to have fat noses. Those are the original white people, the Anglo-Saxons. They used to have pig noses. So the pig Latin people, or you know the Torah where they speak backwards, 116 flipped is 9/11, and I already explained that. That's probably why Drake has the 116 on him. That's probably why he has Aaliyah. He has Sade tattooed on his back. He has a lot of January Capricorns on that date, 116 tatted on him, and he has 116 tatted on him. I don't know what that means, but he should put my face on him because my birthday is on 116. So if he want to just throw me up there, he could. I don't know. I don't want to though, because I think he's a pig lantern. And he has a set of nuts on his head, and he's a certified boy lover. I mean, allegedly, he's a certified lover boy. Backwards being a boy lover certified, but yeah, they're trying to. I don't know why Aaliyah was sacrificed, but obviously it has something to do with 9/11. 9/11 is 911 emergency. If you also think of 116, 611 is information. It's information, emergency, all this stuff. Just like 311. So you know it's all corrupt. It's all corrupt. So that's all I really have today, guys. I'm glad you stayed with me through it all. I know it could be agonizing when I just be all over the place. So I do appreciate anyone that could understand what I'm trying to say. Some of the stuff is clear, but I do jump all over the place. I don't believe Cardi B had any second child. I think she took the same stomach that Kylie got on her stomach now. I think they share stomachs. I think they just passing that fake stomach around. I think that was the joke that the little Nas X was trying to make, that they're just throwing stomachs on. Their stomachs all look like that. And I had a video of Cardi B rubbing her stomach, and it's just like, why doesn't her stomach ever look like, you know, some people have babies, it'd be like blobby, right? Especially with the second one, it'd be blobby. Her stomach is always tight, and it's just the little Nas X stomach. It's like that same, they all got that same tight little Nas X stomach. So, and then little Nas X is showing you that they can do it. They can do it just like that. So, we just don't want to pretend that that's not happening, right? And then this is the subject we're going to get into with my next history lesson. We're going to get into this.
That's not in the Bible, but people think it is.
Okay, did you hear her? Oh my God, sorry. I'm going to end it here, but this will be the next live. We're going to get into urban. We're going to get into ethnic names. Because I think people are confused. They don't know what's here, what's on this earth. Okay? It's only Asian and Asian people and native black people here. There's no such thing as a white person, no such thing as a Spanish person. There's no such thing as none of that stuff. These are mixes. If you want to call those mixes of all the mixes you want to make of them, and give them labels and segregate them into labeling and stuff, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Yep. I don't want to go before I put him up here. Nikki could have found any man in the world. She could have found any man in the world. And look at his last name, Petty. Just like young Pharaoh, his name is Marshall. Like the U.S. Marshals. Like their names give them away all the time. Their names give them away all the time. Their names give them away all the time. So, Ken, like the Barbie doll, Ken Petty. I mean, come on. And he's a sex offender. Ooh, which I wanted to show y'all too. I can't go before showing y'all this. But where the fuck is all my stuff? Oh my god, this is weird. Like, she had her baby making all this noise, right? Nicki Minaj. She had her child making a lot of noise. And I just was like, yo, what kid would make this kind of noise? The kid was banging on something and it sounded like a monster. I'm like, this is not her kid making this noise. Now I can't find it. I don't know. Just like with the airplane, like when 9/11, they put this up and was like, don't forget. But look at the airplane. Look at the airplane. Like, why would the shadow look like this? Like, why is the shadow having an extra? It's just 2 wings, right? Wouldn't it be just 2 wings? Why does the shadow have 2? I'm just saying, like, it could be nothing, but I just feel like they just show you anything. They'll just show you anything and y'all believe it. And I'm just sick of that. They said Trina has got engaged. Like, come on, like, who cares? She bought her own ring. Like, I mean, this guy can't afford that. So, yeah, and then he's African Asiatic. It's always the same looking people. What is she? She says she's Panamanian. I don't know what the hell they are. All the same stuff, all from the same country. Look, sex slave. She's reporting, this is Johnny Blaze. Same African Asiatic woman, probably from DR, from wherever she's from. Oh, she's Haitian, I think. I'm not sure. She says she was being sex trafficked. So I'm just trying to explain to y'all, I'm not bugging. Like, just like Alexa Sky and all of them, they will all tell you they're being if you're in the industry, you're being sex trafficked, okay? Yeah, Panamanian, I believe she is. I'm not sure, but they're all from South America or whatever. It's all the same people. They're part of the entertainment business. I think they come with, they're slaves or something. I don't know how it really works, but you know that's what's going on here, and that's why they're on the stage. Because they're kind of like because they go into these countries. It's like stay in your country and have like, it's not much work and it's not like a lot of stuff for everyone in those countries. So sometimes they come with them with deals and stuff to say, hey, let me take your child, you're on drugs. Let me take these people in. Like Jocelyn and all her family on drugs, she's been sex abused. They come and they take them up, knowing that they all messed up in the head, and they continue on using them. And that's why, just like Golden Beauty, they have no emotion, no remorse, no nothing, because they are raised up in it. Just like that little girl that they had in front of Dr. Umar when he was getting married. They kept telling her to do this, do that. All she did was this. A little girl. How many little girls, if anything, the stuff, I would have been confused. I was like, where do you want me to go? Which way? These kids are trained. She took her pictures. They told her to go here. She just doing this through the whole time. How long do you think they go through training these kids? Because that's not normal for a child to be like that. Take your kid to showbiz and see how they'll be. They'll be like, I'm hungry. Can I get something? Digging in their nose. These kids ain't doing none of that, okay? They smoking their cigarettes when they off. I'm just trying to explain something to y'all. So this is when I say cancel them, you're kind of saving them, because this business needs to be shut down. It's dirty. It's Hollywood Boulevard. You already know what they selling on Hollywood Boulevard. Come on, we don't gotta explain this stuff to y'all no more. And then that's what y'all want to be a part of. That's what you're trying to take your kids to be a part of. Are y'all crazy? Look at stupid Kim Kardashian. She got no life. They really trying to look like rapists out here. She come walking up on me with an outfit like that, I'm punching her in her face. Like, I don't trust you. You look like you about to pull a sword out on me. They're weird. Like, why would you have an outfit like this? Why are you covering your whole face up? You know this is what they trying to be, ninjas, right? They trying to do this ninja look. It's a ninja look. Look at this. Jeezy is wearing Jeannie's jacket. That's not a man's jacket. And this is on his post. He's wearing her jacket. And mind you, her name is Jeannie, like Jen. And she's a January Capricorn. That's probably why they gave her the name Jeannie. Jeannie stems from Jen. Look up the Jen when somebody has the Jen in them. Okay? And That's in Chinese too. It's from China. So why does West Indian the African people get the gin in them, but the gin is from China? It's Chinese. They used to call that place area used to be called gin, and that's why they get the genie like Aladdin and genie give you wishes, but they'll give you wishes, but it'll come to an end eventually. It was all a bullshit. It was all an illusion. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, black magic, dirty magic. You see what I'm saying? But I was looking for other stuff, and I keep coming across all these other things. Look at this. They over there fighting in Paris. Look at them fighting. Ooh, they can't fight. None of these people can fight. They got sticks. They pushing each other. So this is the people that y'all saying came to America and beat us up? These are the people that came and beat us up. That's what y'all trying to tell us. Look, all they doing is scuffling around. I ain't see too many swings. They didn't like getting hit. When they get hit, they was like, look, he kicked them. Kick. They're kicking a lot. There's a lot of kicks. There was a lot of kicks being thrown. They're protesting over vaccine passports. I already told you 8 years ago. I gotta renew my license, but they said this was gonna happen 8 years ago, and I just didn't realize it until obviously now I see why they told me what they told me 8 years ago. Check my last live out of what I mean by that. About the vaccine passports that they said we couldn't board. Anyway, so they're fighting over that because they thought they was gonna have to leave for a little while and they probably be able to come back. Mind you, I'll see it's common sense. They tell these people they cannot come back, like because they're fighting the industries and they want to come back and it's issues. I don't know if they take the vaccine, can they come back? I don't know. Maybe they'll be dead by the time they get here. You see how the joke is? That'd be the weird joke that they'll pull on them too. Like, here, take the shot and you come, and then they take the shot and they don't never make it here. I don't know what kind of game they're playing. So yeah, and they'll tell you that these people from Italy and stuff came over here and tore us up. No, it's not a lie. I'm gonna get into that. A lot of people did die, but with these wars, everybody didn't get killed. The mother, the women, and children did not get killed. It was just the men that went to war. So do you see why we still live where we always lived? We never, none of us, all of us did not die. Like, we'll get into history, okay? They didn't kill us, right? They kicking and hitting with sticks and they shuffled. They was running around They didn't come over here and kill a bunch of people. Like, no, and that didn't happen. They blame it on germs. They blame it on everything. Ooh, let's get this in here.
Who's gonna be there? Like your favorite rapper, the big ass person.
Okay, shout out to Brandon Go Crazy 222. Shout out to Brandon Go Crazy. I believe that's his channel that I got this video from. Very good stuff here, buddy. Shout out to you. This is a good one. The thing is, I looked in his comments because I was like, did everybody see that Adam's apple on Shorty? Everybody kept, and then I even went to the actual video where she did this at. No one is talking about Shorty's Adam's apple. It was dangling through the whole. She was so rude. She was like this talking. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Right? She didn't care.
They'd be like, oh, who's gonna be there? Like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and who's gonna be there? Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit.
Yes, you do, honey. And they make you sign them NBAs, and they make you sign all these things. Do y'all see that Adam's apple?
And then like try to like record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I heard it from word of ear.
You see that Adam's apple?
Shit in these house parties and
Look at it. Look how big this shit is.
What I was about to say?
You gotta look at the script.
Let me tell you an experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer
Now you
party.
hear her voice too? She's starting to sound more boyish, right?
Look at that Adam's apple.
So I got invited from some other friends.
That thing is moving.
this shit, and then they might
Ooh.
do some gay shit.
Did y'all see her swallow?
And then
Did y'all see her swallow? Ooh. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, look how it go up and down. Ooh, I'm out. This is it. This is it. This is all I'm... Do you hear her voice? Do you hear her voice? She sound like a boy, right?
We expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I heard it from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy shit in these house parties. And also, what I was about to say? Oh,
I think she was doing that through the whole time to be funny. They are sick people. She's sick as hell. Y'all think she kicking real knowledge? She could tell y'all a lot more. And I'm telling y'all, telling us that they're putting people out there because they hot. They hot right now. Niggas is on they cojones like a hyena. They are on them. They are hot. They are gonna put people out there and be like, oh, act like you. Nah, you saw her coming out saying she was a black girl. Oh, I'm a black girl, talking mad retarded. And like I said, I'm sick of it. We sick of the black girl with golden beauty behavior or with her behavior. Because if I start acting stupid and be like, oh, well, I'm a Caucasian girl and I'm this and that, you'll be like, no, you're not. So that's why we're saying, no, they're not. I'm tired of people wanting us to shut up and we don't exist. We do. We exist. We're going to be talking. We're going to say what we want to say because we're tired of being infiltrated by this female born I am. No way in hell a female's going to have their voice like this. And she's swallowing that shit, moving up and down. And y'all just letting her have her Adam's apple fly out on us. And no one in the comments said nothing. I'm like, wait a second, what world am I living in? Why y'all not caring? Why y'all just so listening to what they saying? They love to capture y'all in, and y'all and all the stuff they put right in your face. They think it's funny because y'all listen. Y'all so want to hear her story, and y'all not seeing what she really presenting y'all, which is a fake out. Like, oh yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all what's really going on. Yeah, all that stuff goes on. They tell you stuff like that. Yeah, that's true, but she ain't gonna tell you all of it. She's not telling you all of it, man. She's 100% part of it, and she ain't gonna tell you all of it. They're gonna tell you, she's gonna act like she's giving you some fake scary story. Some fake scary story when she's 100% part of it. She's fighting that other girl, Cat Stacks, aka I don't know the Catch Me Outside girl. I don't know her name. Yeah, so you already know that they all a part of it because you see the girl neck. She was born an M. And can you tell she was born an M? No, you can't tell that. I was showing my boyfriend yesterday. He didn't pay no attention until I pointed out. Then he was uncomfortable. I'm like, and it's sad that you gotta be uncomfortable because you didn't know it was a boy. And you don't know for a fact it's a boy, so it makes you even more uncomfortable because they're not gonna tell you it's a boy. And now you're uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable. He was like, yeah, I do see it. I'm like, you see it, right? You can't. And then first he was just like acting like he didn't see it. And I hate when people act like they don't see it. I was like, ew, you're so corny. You're so corny. I don't know if you jerked off to her or something, but bro, sorry. And then he get all uncomfortable. Can't tell that's a boy.
before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then
You couldn't tell that was a boy,
some gay shit to somebody.
in my opinion. Whatever, y'all. If y'all think I'm lying, and if y'all think I'm just making it up, then fine. But if I'm seeing something else, if girls have Adam's apples and stuff, excuse me, okay? Sorry, my bad. There's a lot of these. I told you with Kevin Gates, he had the female nipple. He had the female nipple, and the nipple was hard. Men nipples aren't that thick and big. They're little tiny pecks. Kevin Gates had a whole woman, like they couldn't suck all the fat out of the titty. I tried to show y'all this. Let me show y'all one more time before I go. Kevin Gates' titties. He had a hard nipple. Just like her, she's supposed to be pregnant with his kid, but she got the straight across. They all have it. And she taller than her men. They all taller than their men. Beyonce looking, Jay-Z looking like a cutout cardboard. Okay? And with Ciara looking like a big giant man over her boyfriend. I don't know what the hell is going on. Look at them. Look how tight their lips are. Look how tight their lips are. They don't want to kiss each other. If they really was kissing, why are their lips so tight? Two boys kissing, in my opinion. That's why. They barely kiss each other on the lips. She damn near didn't make his lips. She all the way at the side of the crack of it, and both their lips is mad tight. They just got back together so happy, and she just broke up with somebody. It's so fake. They so fake, bro. Mad fake. Mad fake. Like, who would just jump in, like, trust me, it's just so fake. She could give it a second, but it wasn't no point in giving it a second because I don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for oh, I can't find it. She was telling people to get the F out of her face. She always telling people to get the F out of her face. Like, fake belly. Nobody's belly is that perfectly round and tight. And she telling people to get the F out of her face because she don't want nobody to touch that fake belly. That belly is too tight. It's too like just the same one that boy had on his stomach. Like he just passed it off to her. I don't know. If y'all think she really had another baby, then okay. Okay. Usually the second one or whatever, it's not gonna be as tight. Usually be like it'd be like a blob. That's the way it'd be looking like to me. But for some reason these celebrities, they're so lucky. All of them are just genetically lucky. Yeah, I think that's all I really got here. All my ranting is done. I like to erase this stuff, so I try to get as much as I can out. Just really quick with Omar, I just felt like his scar, it went from like going across, then it kind of like, it isn't really evident here. And then it kind of like gets really thick and then it goes straight up. And then right here is really light and thin. And then right here is thick as hell, like it's going inside of his skin. And then right here, it's like too far to the right. It's all the way down here to his cheek. I mean, if y'all ain't peeping this is probably the real Omar. This is probably the real one. And then all these other people, I don't know who they are when they change them out. I don't know who these people are. But shout out to all these marks is just weird. All his scars is just like something ain't right. And you know he was very fair. Look at it's like really not showing here, but yet it be all deep in his skin on certain ones. Yeah, I don't get it. And you know he's really famous for this role. They were just so happy that he did this for the hood loved this show. The hood loved this show. They wanted this to be in here. They wanted us. Oh, I'm telling you, it's annoying. And yeah, I believe that. Let me see something. I don't know. I was just trying to show one thing. Yeah, they said, here you go right here. Doing his African dance. Doesn't look sick. Doesn't look like he on no big giant. He don't like he no big giant cokehead. Like like he's, even if he was doing drugs, he looked like he was gonna live forever. Drug addicts live for a long time. Drug addicts live for a very long time. So the fact that these drug addicts are dying is weird. And that's why they're saying that they're getting hit with like bad drugs, because they know drug addicts don't never die. Drug addicts, they'd rather do drugs than eat. And usually eating is what makes people die, like the food that we eating. So, that they really can't lie to us. Carbon copies. Carbon copies, y'all. There's no way that you could look just like your mother like this. They're doing some weird carbon copy stuff. And shout out to Pineapple Brown. She has her channel as well. I was going to do a video on Don Chun. I'm telling you, it was something very weird about the two that made me feel like he was a real character. But at some point, you know, I think they get rid of them if they need to, but they still need the character that they wanted to create of this ghetto guy playing, you know, a hood guy playing a gay role. So I do think he was a real person at some point, but they do trade them out and they make like very good actors that we never heard of, never seen any baby pictures of, probably play the role. And I was getting ready to do something like this, but she went ahead and did a video. And I mean, great minds think alike. She does a lot of good videos. Let me see if I can find her channel real quick to show you guys, because it didn't show right here. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, her channel is Pineapple Brown. If you can see that, I'm not sure. Okay, Pineapple Brown. Shout out to her. I was gonna do a video, but she already did the video on them. And I mean, I'm not sure 100% because I didn't really look into it as far as mannerisms and everything. But something was telling me like he might have been going on to play that role. And another video that was really good on her channel was this one. These two. Really good video, really good looking out, because they're definitely the same person. The girl Kiki Winans, if you saw her on Marriage Boot Camp, she was always crying to the husband that she dumped, that she had 6 or some odd kids with, saying that she was scared that he wanted a dark-skinned woman. So I just find that funny because, you know, she is the, you know, you get it? Like the light-skinned girl, it was just, I never heard of a light-skinned girl crying about, oh, I'm scared of the dark-skinned girl taking my man. So it was just a weird concept, period. You know? And she kept saying, I think he want a dark-skinned woman. Maybe he just want another woman, period. But for some reason, she kept saying, I think he want a dark-skinned woman. And then the person that she might be playing is dark-skinned woman. Very good, Pineapple Brown. Check her channel out. We are small channels. You might have to listen through word of mouth to find them. I would try to link things, but I'm gonna have to wait till I get everything together to start linking things. I tried to link a video before, and it wasn't that easy. So yeah, I think that's all I really have today. Let me just check one more time before I go, because it is getting up there. I didn't even know I was here for this long. I keep saying I'm gonna leave, and y'all probably like, girl, I thought you was leaving. Okay, I think that's all I really got for y'all. I just didn't want to miss anything like that is like in this category, because I try to keep the categories going. I don't like to keep going back to anything that I left. So if I do forget something, I just leave it alone and go to the next topic. I did want to show y'all Sierra big giant self, and look at her neck. She got flats on too. She got flats on and she's still taller than her man. And he wearing a number 3. And then look at her neck. Look at her neck. Look, what is all of this in her neck? What is all of that in her neck? Can somebody tell me what's up with these ladies' necks? I mean, what is all those knots? You know what that is. Look, you know what it is. It's this. It's this. It's the Adam's apple. Okay? All right, y'all. I mean, I think we got a good understanding that it's about the transgenders. So, unfortunately, the gays and the lesbians are being used. Stop letting them use y'all. Because y'all are just being yourself. Y'all being yourselves and saying y'all just like women or you like men. But you're not cutting your pee-pee off and saying you're a woman. and you're not cutting your boobies off, you're taping them down, but hopefully you're not cutting them off, and you're not putting, and you're not changing your whole entire self. You could be yourself and do what you like, but when you get to a point of now you want to play a trick on God and say you're a girl when you really were a boy, and then you have people like my boyfriend, when I say, oh, look at this girl's neck, and then he's like, I don't see it. And it's like, you see it. And then when it's like I pause it and I'm doing this, and he's like, then you like see their faces. It's not fair, right? It's a nasty trick. It's a nasty game. I don't think gays and lesbians are really playing a nasty game with somebody if they just say, hey, I'm gay. It's the nasty game when you're dressing like a woman and you're being a woman, and then this guy doesn't know, or you're being a guy and this girl does, just like on Jerry Springer with Reno. Remember Reno? That was I liked the Reno one though. They were hilarious, and then he had a guy named that was acting like Prince or something, and he was running all around the audience. Yeah, and then one of the girls got hit in the head with a chair. Remember in Jerry Springer, because they thought she was she went and was telling him she was. That was a nasty show, right? But they all actors, because somebody that I knew from the hood was on Jerry Springer, and I was like, look at them. They knew they was on the show, and when we saw them, it was like, yeah, they paid our way to come there, whatever. So it was all that was all scripted, because it was a group of 3 people that's 100% from the hood. I don't know how they got on the show. Like, I guess but the thing is, a boy that I was dating when I was like a kid, like I was my first little boyfriend, he is having issues with some nutcase girl. And, I fought her I fought her like twice, different times, because she kept coming. She was writing on his door. She was saying she was pregnant. I don't know if she was or not. Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you want me to do? So the girl called Murray. And Murray contacted the boy and was like, come on the show. And the girl was never pregnant. I don't know if she was pregnant or not, but she never had no kid or nothing. Even if she did or whatever, at the time, she was saying she was pregnant. She wasn't showing her anything. Like, she was just getting dumped or whatever, and was like, oh, I'm pregnant. So why would you go to Murray and you ain't even had no kid yet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have to have the kid and then call Murray? But anyway, Murray called him, and he was like, no, like, I'm not coming up to that girl crazy. She ain't even get, like, he was telling her she ain't pregnant, whatever. But Murray called him. So I don't know how the people I knew got on Jerry Springer, but when I saw them, they was telling everybody was asking them like, yo, how did you? Because Jerry Springer was really popular then, and they got on the show around the time it was popular, and so everybody was asking them, and they was like, they tell us it was that whole, it was like a love triangle thing they did. The skit was a love triangle, very fake. They were all friends. We all knew them, and we knew it was no relationships going on with none of them. So yeah, that's that, and that's all I really have. Just cancel them. You see Young Pharaoh laughter on your face. You see Golden Cinnamon Toast, East Indian Gypsy, black, very black like she say, Golden Beauty, snapped at y'all and said, I don't see why you girls want me, and you trying to force me to leave my man, and y'all still got y'all man around, like, no they don't, but whatever, that's what she wrote to us and said that she had no remorse, no feelings, so don't have no remorse, no feelings when y'all don't give her no more views. Anyway, if y'all want to give her views, fine. It's not like I'm here. I'm just here to say what I want to say, and I'm not going to give her no views. Sometimes I jump on some things, and I'm telling you, I don't even watch the whole stuff. Like, if YouTube I see it said the truth. I thought she was going to tell the truth. Nothing but that was in the video, so it's like hard to watch any of her other stuff, so I periodically check them. Kwame Brown, I didn't really say nothing about him recently, but he did steal some more stuff from me. I don't remember what it was. It was a while back, and I think I got it on videotape, so maybe that'll be in the next video. He needs to stop stealing. He's a Pisces. I want to talk about them. I feel like, what's that guy name? Justin Combs' cousin. I don't know what that guy name is. I think he is Justin Combs. He's another carbon copy because he came out of nowhere. The stuff he be saying about Pisces, I feel like he could be a little bit accurate. My mother and my father's a Pisces, so there will be no bad talk about them. But if y'all do talk bad about them, I'm not going to stop you. Let me stop. Justin, is that his cousin name though? what's the cousin name? Is it Justin? No, Justin Combs is the son, and then he has a cousin that be talking about everybody named Mama. Now they have a show, but I think they're the same people. I think they do split screen, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they, or like I said, they do carbon copies of these people. It's like a lot of them. Quincy, right? No, Quincy is the brother. They have a cousin. I don't follow him either. They said Meek Mills was him. I don't know what his name is. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find him because I don't know. I don't even know his name. But anyway, that's all good. So thank you guys for staying with me. Enjoy the rest of you guys' night. I definitely get sending out a bunch of love. That's the only thing that's gonna overtake this hate. A lot of people think that I'm hating, but at the end of the day, this is why Christian. I don't know. Is it Christian? No, it's LaBoy. It's something LaBoy. Is it just a LaBoy? They got the same name? I don't know. Let me look. I try to look it up, but it's nothing. You know, I Google everything. LaBoy. Something LaBoy. Oh, it is Justin. Why do they got the same name? It's Justin LaBoy. And the other one name is Justin Combs, right? And you see they look just alike. Yeah, people, we're gonna have to do a video on them. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Justin LaBoy. Thank you for that, Bochada chips. Might be the same people. They say they're cousins, but they look just alike and they got the same first name. They're sister, but their mother's sisters or their mothers didn't. They couldn't figure nothing else out. Is the father named Justin and they named their kid or all their sons Justin? I mean, cause all my brothers' middle names are Wayne. Like my father's middle name Wayne. All my brothers' name Wayne. You know, like John Wayne. My brother's like something Wayne, something Wayne, something. All of them are Wayne. Middle names is Wayne. My father's name is Michael Wayne. Brother name Mike Wayne, Book Wayne, something Wayne. They all got middle name Wayne. And I told him, I said, you couldn't figure out no other middle name. And that's just some down south stuff, you know, like. But yes, definitely sucks because I didn't know they had the same first name. That's in their first cousins, and they look just alike. Listen, that's gonna probably be. And shout out to some of my subscribers. What is it? I forget her name. She be giving me some stuff at Instagram, and I'm telling you, that's why I'm gonna start working back on my twins video because I got so many videos I want to do. And if you guys ever have any suggestions, like how she has a lot of suggestions, I would love for y'all to put it in. Because a lot of y'all suggestions give me I be having a bunch of stuff stored and it's just waiting to be set up, you know. So I am going to get to it eventually. So shout out to you, people that's in my Instagram that sends me messages. I do check them all out, and some of the videos will be coming out because some of you guys are definitely on point where I'm seeing it as well. I definitely do see it. And then when I do look into it. I think her name is Ruby Red. So shout out to you. I will be doing the first couple of people that we was talking about is coming up. And then you did do some recent ones. I have to look into it more. And anybody else that has suggestions, please give. Because I even if I can't get around to the video, I just like to know. Some of these people I've never heard of. And I'm like, okay, wow, you know. And so I like to know. Like, you're putting me in the know. I'm not as young as some people. And they're giving me a lot of young people. So send them. And if I can get to it, I am going to get to it. Yes, the eyes don't lie. You can always look at it. They do definitely look like twins, and we're going to get to them. Yeah, so that's all I got. Like, share, subscribe, guys, and enjoy the rest of you guys' night. Cancel them. Try to not view them. I think VH1 is almost done. The Love and Hip Hop, I think they're done. If you ask me, they're trying to do all they can. Continue what you're doing with them. Don't mess with those people. They are they are definitely down with. Yeah, the sex, there are something else. You see most of their cast members are sex traffickers. They're all coming out. Please leave them and let some of these people rest, okay? And let's get rid of that show, with that channel. Let's get rid of Mona. Let's get rid of all of them. Let them find a job, okay? And thank you. Have a good night as well. And have a good night. Okay, I'm out. Cancel them.